All right, guys, so today we're going to be talking about the Quran was definitely not preserved. And we're just going to basically show you how ridiculous it is to even believe that it was preserved, even for a moment. So, strap in, get your coffees, get your popcorn, because it should be an interesting topic. We're going to be discussing pretty much all the silliness. You know, the Quran and the standard Islamic narrative pretty much allow for so many loopholes that it makes it ridiculous to even begin to claim perfect preservation. Okay, so that's what we're going to be seeing basically today. So let me read you a couple of things here. And if you guys are just joining, feel totally free to jump into the guest box whenever you like. I actually didn't even start the TikTok. Let me start that real quick. Okay. Manage. Good. Text. Good. Perfect. So yeah, let me just read to you a couple of things here. So let's first take a look at the types of accepted abrogation. RJP, thank you for the likes. First, let's take a look at the types of accepted abrogation. Okay, so the types of accepted abrogation, naskh is what they call it in Islam, and the loopholes that each one creates. So let me read a couple of things here. So Islamic scholarship accepts three main types of abrogation. Each type creates a major loophole that makes the claim of perfect letter-for-letter preservation implausible and ultimately unfalsifiable. Naskh al-Hukm Duna al-Tilawa. What is that one? Let's see. It means abrogation of the ruling, but not the text. Okay, so this is going to sound super silly by the time we get through this list because it is super silly. But let's just go through it anyway. So this is the first type of abrogation that's allowed in the standard Islamic narrative. It means you can abrogate the ruling, but not the text. So for whatever reason, a verse in the Quran says something, but the ruling no longer applies. That's one type of abrogation, okay? And as I'm going through these, guys, I want you guys to think to yourselves, okay, how many of these loopholes and nonsense arguments do you have to make before you say, you know what, maybe it wasn't actually preserved. Maybe what we have is just a bunch of nonsense, right? So let's see here. So it says the ruling of a hukam is canceled, but the verse itself remains in the Quran and it is still recited. Why this creates a loophole? This allows verses to be considered abrogated in meaning while still appearing in the text. It gives scholars the freedom to ignore certain verses without removing them, making preservation claims flexible. This is number one. This one's not too bad, right? Because at least it's still in the Quran, and I'm guessing they would show you another verse in the Quran to kind of explain why this is no longer applicable. That's not too bad. That's okay. But that's one type of abrogation, right? Number two, we got naskh al-tilawa duna al-hukam. Should I put these on the board? Should I put these on the screen for you guys to see? Maybe you guys want to read along with me. Let's do that, actually. Let's put these on the board for you guys to see it. 1 second. I think this is it. Yep, here we go. We got naskh al-tila duna al-hukam, right? Of course we do. Why wouldn't we? We got abrogation of the text, but not the ruling. So this one's interesting. This one's saying that the text is gone, but the ruling somehow stands. How does that happen? That's pretty interesting, right, guys? What do you think? Meaning, The verse of the text is removed from the Quran, no longer recited or written, but the ruling remains valid through hadith or scholarly consensus. Okay, very interesting. Why would you do that? I can't imagine a scenario where basically their claim would have to be that Allah abrogates it, right? So Allah is causing you to remove this verse from the Quran, either through forgetting or making a goat eat it or whatever. But for some reason, Muslims still want to apply the ruling of it. Very interesting. That to me proves non-perfect preservation, right? Why it creates a loophole. The most damaging type of preservation claim for preservation claims. Oh, this is the most damaging type of preservation claims for preservation claims. It allows entire verses to be completely removed from the Quran while claiming the ruling is still preserved. Elsewhere, preserved elsewhere. The text can be altered, yet preservation is still asserted. Why it is unfalsifiable. If a verse is missing from the Quran, Muslims can simply say its recitation was abrogated. Think about how silly that is, dude. But the ruling remains. So why would this happen though? They want you to believe that like, oh, like, you know, we stone people, and it's like, okay, well, why is the stoning verse not in the Quran? Oh, because we abrogated it. And it's like, so why do you still stone people? It's like, well, we just abrogated the words in the Quran of it, but we still apply it. Are you sure people just like didn't forget the verse? Are you sure that maybe that's not what happened? Let's keep going. There's no way to falsify this claim because the text can be changed while still claiming perfect preservation through hadith. Now here, guys, I'm going to be using this language a lot today because unfortunately Muslims try to bend reality for their nonsense. So here, this falsify thing here, right? So, you know, I made this argument here and I'm going through it with AI. We're discussing back and forth things. And one thing that I had to make sure that it tells me is why the Muslim claims are sometimes unfalsifiable, pretty much always unfalsifiable. Now, this, I don't know what this sounds like to you guys, but this unfalsifiable thing this is not a good thing. Okay, when a claim is unfalsifiable, that basically means you basically you lose any right to even make the claim. Right? Some people might look at this and say, "Oh, you can't prove it's false." Correct, because you're making an unfalsifiable claim. So meaning there's no evidence to prove it or to disprove it. Right? So it's a silly claim for you to make. It's like saying something like, oh, I know, I don't know. Like, I know the color of one of the angels' eyeballs in heaven or something. Like, that's an unfalsifiable claim. Like, why would I even say something like that? Right? Because I couldn't prove it either way. Anyway, let's look at number 3. Nask al-hukum wa al-tilawa. Abrogation of both ruling and text, meaning both the ruling and the verse itself are canceled and removed. Why it creates a loophole. This allows verses to disappear entirely from the Quran with no trace left behind. It provides blanket explanation for any missing or forgotten verses. Okay? Why is unfalsifiable? Any verse that is missing, forgotten, or lost can be explained away as having fully abrogated. This makes the preservation claim immune to evidence. The absence of a verse can always be attributed to divine abrogation rather than human error or loss. I hope everybody's paying attention here. So Muslims can tell you all sorts of ways that the Quran was preserved, but when you show them that it wasn't, when you find any possible evidence that it wasn't, they'll just say, "Oh, well, brother, you know, that's just that one was just fully abrogated. God somehow, you know, abrogated the verse." But when you look at the ways that Allah abrogates verses, he abrogates verses by like things that just happen to people normally. Like he makes people forget verses, or he'll have a goat eat a verse. Like, does that sound like it's something that's being divinely carried out? Is that how abrogation, like, is that how normally, Like you would expect for it to be like Muhammad is receiving revelations, right? And then he's letting you know, okay, I received this revelation, right? And then later he receives a commandment from Allah saying, hey, that verse that I gave you yesterday, we abrogated it. So go ahead and tell everybody to stop saying it. And then there's a record of Muhammad receiving that secondary revelation and receiving the command to stop saying it. And then the hadith expresses that, right? But none of that is actually happening here. What's happening, like from a human point of view, right? If you're just watching from the human point of view and not paying attention to their nonsense claims, people are just forgetting things. And they're saying like, yo, I forgot this thing. Oh my God, what happened? I forgot the Quran. And then they're just going backwards and saying, oh yeah, don't worry, brother. Allah made you forget that because it was abrogated. And you're supposed to believe that. This is your religion that you guys believe in. Does that make sense to you guys? All right, so summary of the problem. These three types of abrogation create a system where verses can be changed, removed, ignored. The text of the Quran can be altered, yet the claim of perfect preservation remains intact by shifting the explanation to either the ruling, the hadith, or divine will. This framework makes the perfect preservation claims logically unfalsifiable. No matter what evidence of loss, change, or removal appears, it can always be explained as a form of abrogation rather than a failure of preservation. You guys see that? It's a rigged system, guys. It's rigged against you. And this is like, you got to understand. So this is what Muslims are used to doing, right? So like, you got to understand, right? Like they know this about themselves. They know. I'm pretty sure they look at this and they're like, bro, what is this? Like, we're clearly just lying to people. Like, if anybody ever did this to you in reality, you would be like, you are a, like, pathological liar, narcissist, pathological liar. That's what they would say about you.
Hello.
What up, G?
What's up, man? What is the claim you're trying to make?
That the Quran and the standard Islamic narrative about perfect preservation is just a illogical, unfalsifiable claim.
Why do you say that?
Because the Quran allows for so many different types of abrogations and other
I'm sorry, I'm not
variants.
trying to sound dumb, bro, but
Sure.
What does abrogation mean again?
So abrogation in the Quran is when you basically you either lose a verse of the Quran or a verse in the Quran gets superseded by another verse and somehow makes it unapplicable.
Hi, man. Can you give us an example
I
of
heard
that?
something a long time ago when I was learning about Islam, which I still am, mashallah, about something like that, but there was a reason, but I can't remember the explanation. There is an explanation, though. There is an explanation.
That's the problem, is that, so that's what
No,
I'm trying to
it's
tell
a
you.
correct explanation that's supported by the sound mind. Yeah.
No, it isn't, brother.
Yes, you can't tell me no if you haven't heard it, bro.
I have heard it, brother. That's what I'm trying to explain to you. And
You haven't. You don't know what I'm talking about.
I do know what you're talking about. It's one of these.
Okay, so if I give you, if I give you a an account of a sheikh,
let me just
and you can talk to him. Okay, so then you can't claim
you
that
want to bring him up? You feel totally free. Yeah, bring him up, whoever you want.
Well, I don't know if he'll actually join because he's busy, but I'm telling you, like, you could definitely ask him if you really truly are interested in figuring out the truth.
I'm
you would talk to
interested
him.
in him coming up.
Okay, so then you would agree that if I were to send you the account, then you would ask him if you were truly interested in figuring out
I'm
the
not gonna
solution.
go. He's got to come here. What do you mean? I want him to come here.
Okay, so then you're not truly interested. You're just here to start, conflict.
Bro, what are you talking about, bro?
Oh my God, bro, the crying.
This guy's bringing the fugazi,
bro. Like, this is already like,
shit.
come
Nobody's
on,
crying here, bro.
Brother,
You're the
look,
one
let me
looking
do this. Let
foolish.
me do this. How about we do this? Look, How about we go through these examples, right, one by one? Me and you talk about it.
No, I don't take, bro. The thing is, you're using ChatGPT. I don't take ChatGPT. I talk to
We're not
teachers.
taking
my
Chat
God.
GPT, brother. We're just like, I use Chat GPT to have somebody to like argue with me, like so I can kind of,
So you
know,
think
formulate my
ChatGPT is a
arguments.
human?
No, it's how I flesh out my ideas. You get what I'm saying?
With
Like
who? Who are you talking
with
to, and who are you
ChatGPT,
presenting these
brother.
arguments with?
With Chat GPT. Actually, it's Grok. If you want me to be, if you
But
want me
brother,
to keep it,
where,
want me to keep
why
it
we
clean.
why are we acting like
ChatGPT,
AI
bro.
nowadays isn't
Yeah, like
advanced and
come
we
on,
shouldn't be
like
using it?
like you act like you don't use it. And it doesn't matter because
Everybody
No, I
uses it.
told you. Okay,
Daniel,
I
look,
already
I'm not
told you
look,
that.
Daniel,
I
Daniel.
heard
I'm
this.
not asking you to believe AI. I'm not asking you to do that at all.
No,
Simply the
me
only
neither.
thing
But
I
I'm
do,
just
like
telling
simply
you,
what
like,
this
I
is
already
doing,
told you that.
like understand this. Hear me out, Daniel. The only thing I do with AI here is that I say, hey, this is what I'm thinking. You know, give me the information that would prove or disprove my claims. And then it gives me these lists. And then what I do is I go over the list, and more times, 9 times out of 10, some of the stuff it says doesn't even like prove what I'm trying to say. And then I'll have to
Also, like
keep, you know
Allah
what I'm
said
saying?
in the Allah is it's not impossible for Allah to come up with a verse better than another verse. Like for
I
example,
know.
there's a challenge of the Quran. Nobody can write a verse like the Quran.
Bro, I know that,
Even
brother.
back in the days, the poets, they were
Yes.
the
Oh
best in
my God.
language. They were
I
the
know,
best
I
in
know.
language,
Can we
way
look?
better than you and
Let's
me.
do this. Let's do this. Let's just go over the accepted abrogation types from according to the Islamic scholarship, okay? And then you
No, no,
tell me
no.
what you think.
Who told you that this is from Islamic scholars? Because I'm telling you right now, I've used ChatGPT so many times, and they actually program it to be against Muslims,
All
bro.
right, let's do this. I'm gonna cover this. Look, I'm gonna cover this, right? So you don't see the answers, but let's do this. You tell me the accepted types of Islamic abrogation.
So when I first came here, I told you that I heard something about this, and that there's an answer to it,
I
but
know.
I don't know it. And you want to ask me this.
Well,
Is
I'm
it
not
just
asking
to
you
try
for
to
the
make somebody
answer.
look foolish, or do
No,
you truly care
not
about figuring
brother.
out the
I
answer?
care so much right now. Listen, I'm not trying to prove you wrong.
Bro, if you cared so much, I
you
literally told you, go
said,
ask a sheikh who is more knowledgeable than me and you, a person, not ChatGPT.
yeah,
And you don't want to do
And
that.
you said bring him up,
If you
and you
were
said
truly
he's not going to
interested,
come up. What are you saying, bro?
yeah, brother.
right?
Like bring them. Like
Well, you
all
act like we're
brother.
scared. We're scared of
Yeah,
like
like
someone
we're
coming up
here.
here.
We're just dispensing information. Like I don't know. Maybe I'm
Hold on,
totally
let's
wrong.
see
I
if I
don't
can
know.
try to
I
get
hope
this
I'm wrong.
sheikh over here.
I hope I'm wrong. You know what I'm saying? Shoot.
That's the thing.
And like ChatGPT or AI is definitely not against Islam, brother. Like
No,
you
it
can't
is. It
prove
is.
that.
Trust
No,
me.
it's
You know,
not.
honestly,
No,
it's
it's not.
really not because most times I have to really argue with AI to
Okay,
make it say
you
something
want me to
damning
prove it to
about.
you? You want me to prove it
No,
to you?
I don't, brother. It just
Nah,
I know
Okay,
from
it's
my
so
own
then
not gonna be
experience.
able to.
okay.
It's just, not that I don't want you to
See,
prove it.
bro,
Like maybe we
everything
can
is
talk about this
one-sided with you.
later. No,
Everything's
no, like
one-sided with
brother,
you. You want to
seriously,
figure
look.
it
Is
out,
it
but you
because now?
don't
No,
want to
it's
talk
because
to
I
the
want to
right
get to my
people.
argument. I don't
You
want
want
to
to
talk
tell
about
me that
ChatGPT.
you want to ask me the same question and try to make me look foolish when I
Brother,
told
I'm
you I
not
don't
even trying
know.
to
But
make
when
you
I
look
tell you
foolish. You
I
came
want to
up
bring
here. Did I
somebody
force you to
who is
come
more
up here?
knowledgeable than me and
Did I force you to come up here?
you
Please
choose
tell
not to do
tell
that.
them to come up. What do you want me to
Instead,
stop my
you
live and
choose
go
to
somewhere
go
else?
on
What are you talking?
ChatGPT
So you want me to stop my live
and
right
try
now?
to
That's
tell
what you're
me
saying?
this is what the scholar said.
He's really
Well, you don't
arguing for me
even
to
know what the
stop.
scholars actually said.
He's
You
arguing
didn't
for me to
take it
stop
from a
my live.
teacher. You didn't take any books from
So, brother, would
teachers,
you like me to stop
trustworthy,
my live and
reputable
go
teachers who
meet
know
up
about
with your sheikh? Is
Islam
that what
more
you're
than
saying?
you.
What are we
First
like?
of
What are
all,
you asking me?
who they could tell you who they learn from, who they learn from, all the way where it leads to the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi
Brother, I
wasallam.
just don't. What do you want me to? Okay, tell me what you want me to do right now. What right now? What do you want me to do right now?
Okay, so now I'm gonna tell you, and then I told you, ChatGPT goes against
Brother, what do you
Islam,
want
and
me
you
to
said no,
do?
it
Just
doesn't. And I
stop
said, okay,
complaining
I'm
and tell
gonna
me
prove it to
what do you
you,
want me
and
to
then
do?
you say no.
Please,
No,
for the
you
love of
you
God,
want me to
dude.
prove it to you.
For the love of God, just tell me what you want me to do. What would you have me do?
Okay,
right
if
now?
you want me to really prove it to you, okay, ask it. Does Islam say to respect all religions?
I don't want to have that conversation
it then.
today, brother.
Ask-
I
go
don't.
ahead,
That's
bro.
not what today's
Go ahead.
conversation's
Go ahead.
about, brother. This is about the Quran not being preserved.
Bro,
You know what
I'm
I'm
gonna
saying?
be honest with you, bro. You're just talking. I have my phone volume all the way down. You
I know, brother. That's
What
totally
is-
fine.
this
That's
guy's
what
just
it sa-
talking a bunch of
that's literally
nonsense
what,
at this
yo,
point.
honestly, that's literally what it sounds like. Because your thought process is just like you're just not tracking, is what it seems like. So you're right. But anyway, brother, Are
Well,
you
this
gonna
is
be scared
basically
or
how the way that you're talking right now is basically how you view me, because you don't listen to
it
what I'm
isn't,
telling you,
Daniel. What I'm
Yeah,
saying
and
to
you're
you, look,
just talking.
what I'm offering
That's
is
how you
this.
guys
Look, what
are.
I'm offering you is this. Let me run the argument.
You deny the
Let's
crucifixion,
go through the different
bro.
things. You don't have to prove it.
Jesus
I'm not
didn't
gonna blame
die,
you for
and
not
it's actually
disproving it.
disrespectful to
No
the person who
problem.
actually
All I
died in
want you to do
place
is
of Jesus,
take
who
anything that you
died,
find
and who is
interesting and
who
you
would
bring
be
it
his
to your
companion in
shake
paradise.
and tell
So
him to give you the
that's
answer,
actually disrespectful to the actual
and then
person who
maybe
died, not
you will
Jesus.
be
And it is
surprised.
disrespectful to Jesus
Here, look,
saying,
it's
bro, this
fine,
guy
bro. It's
just
fine.
been whining for like 10 minutes, bro.
Here, we're just gonna drop him. He's obviously just he's on sad boy mode right now, so
Sad
it's
boy,
okay. He's
sad
like,
boy
you're
gang.
not being fair because like you're not bringing the scholar. Like every time you go live, you have to bring a scholar with you. You can't just talk about Islam, bro. What the hell
My
are you
girl just
talking
broke up
about?
with me, man. I'm lonely,
Right,
man.
like come on, man. Like, bro, just listen to the argument yourself, and then if you find something interesting, you bring it to your scholar, and then maybe he can explain it to you.
Bro really admitted that he put the volume all the way down and was just talking.
Literally, because I mean that's the only way I'm like, how is he keeping his train of thought with these bangers that I'm presenting him? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Let's see. Think he was reading my comment. They do deny it. So disrespectful. Yeah. I don't know what's going on today, guys. Thank you for subscribing, FaZe. I don't know what's going on, man. This is, because I was thinking about it, because I was watching a couple of videos of mine and a couple of videos of other people's. And I was just thinking, like, damn, how many excuses do these people come up with for this false preservation claim? And I was like, you know what? Let's do a compilation video of all their silly claims. What do you think, Neil? Did you hear the beginning of this so far yet, or no?
Yeah, my question is like, so from my understanding, an abrogation could be like it completely, they completely take it out, right? That's one type of abrogation. Another one is they take it out and put a verse that's better, quote unquote, right? But if it's a better verse and it contradicts the other one, which ruling stands?
The later one. The later one.
The later one. That makes sense.
Yeah, so time is a very important factor in the revelation of the Quran because they believe in progressive revelation, which I think pretty much everybody does. But yeah, so later verses would supersede previous verses. That's the thing. And that's why it's important for people to know that, like, a Muslim could show you a peaceful verse in the Quran, but 9 times out of 10, that peaceful verse was written earlier. You get what I'm saying? And then so it's superseded by the violent verses that come later. And people really, like, I think that's one of the most important things that people don't know about the Quran. And that's why Muslims go around tricking you, and they'll see, like, look, brother, it says, only fight those who fought you, or no compulsion in religion, et cetera, but they themselves know that those are just basically lies. Like, they don't apply, those verses don't apply anymore. And you can see that here, right, with the 3 types of abrogation that are allowed.
Yeah, I want to see the 3 type. What's the other one? I said 2. What's the third one?
Yeah, so the 3 are abrogation of ruling, but not the text. So this is the one that you're talking about. Okay. Where the ruling itself is abrogated, but the text is still in the Quran. That's a thing.
Okay.
So this just shows you you can't just take a Muslim's word for it when they show you something in the Quran, because you don't know if this is considered a nask al-hukum duna al-tilawa. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Is this like Muhammad's way of like trying to do the Old Testament, New Testament?
No. This is Muhammad's way of clearly having a disorganized system that he couldn't control, and they just made all this nonsense up after the fact because they were like, "What do we do? It doesn't make any sense. So let's just make all these fake rules that explain it away." That's basically what happened here.
Right. That sounds so silly, bro.
Scousey Barbie says, "Did you all see the God Logic and hijab mess? He crashed out." Yeah, did you see that, Neil?
No, what happened?
So Muhammad Hijab, he's suing God Logic for one of the videos that he.
Oh yeah, I seen that.
And he's crashing out. He's getting mad because, like, I think he's asking for donations or something like that, but he can't get any. And he's mad because God Logic is getting a crap ton of donations. Like, he doubled the amount he asked for. God Logic doubled the amount of donations he was asking for to help him with the case against Muhammad Hijab. And since Muhammad Hijab went bankrupt from his last case where he was found to be a liar, he's actually going to have to defend himself in this case. He can't hire a lawyer because if he gets any money, he would have to pay it to go towards the last case where the judge in the last case literally said, this guy lies so much that none of his testimony can be taken credible, and he lost the case. That's how bad it was. Because what was the case about? The case was, so I think somebody put out an article about him. I think this happened in the UK, but somebody put out an article about him.
Okay.
And, talking crap about the things that he says. But then he sued them for like defamation, basically making a claim that he lost money because of that article, because he was going to get certain speaking jobs and then they turned him down or something like that, something like along those lines.
Right.
But so that he took him to court for that. But when you do that type of a case, you have to prove that you actually lost money, right? And so
he didn't lose any.
Right. So what he did was he just got a bunch of his friends, right, like Ali Dawa and other people that are like other Dawa guys, to just write letters saying, yes, we were going to give Muhammad Hijab $50,000 to come on our show. But then because of this article, we had to deny him the $50,000. And so the total amount he lost, and like, he just got a bunch of those. And the judge saw that and was like, okay, this is literally all just made up nonsense.
What a fraud. How does he even come back from that?
I don't know. It's just, the guy's just a narcissist, dude. Like when you listen to him, he's just so like, for him to lose that case, this was not too long ago. This was like, I think a couple of months ago. And now he's already starting another fraudulent case a couple months later with God Logic. This is how twisted he is.
And in the debate with God Logic, he started using like ad hominems, like saying, "Oh, you don't have a degree, you don't have this, you don't like." And I was just like, listen to the guy, like
he talks about God Logic's wife, like he's just a piece of shit, basically. He's literally a piece of shit. So, hold on, we got a couple people here. We got the Rich, we got Strat, we got Terry. Anybody here a Muslim by any chance?
Fuck no, man. Illiterate nigger.
Hey.
Fuck you, nigger lover.
Who's saying that? That's Terry. God
what?
Damn.
Are you like
I hate you guys, dude. I hate you guys. Literally.
Did you guys also see the debate with Cora and the 20 Christians?
Yeah.
How she cooked them?
One by
I
one.
don't know about that, brother.
Yeah, she did, man. One by one, man.
She's running from my girl Courtney, bro.
Anyway,
she don't want to smoke with Courtney.
So Strat, let's talk about this. Did you hear any of my arguments so far?
Yeah. Your arguments doesn't make any sense, man. Because we have the methodology, we have the methodology of abrogation. We have the rules of abrogation. So what's your point?
Alhamdulillah, Jesus. Okay, so can we talk about each one? Can we talk about each one?
Yeah, no problem. We can talk about all of them, but it's not going to help your case using these sounds,
All right. I think it does. So let's go ahead. So let's go through all of them, right? So you got 3 types of abrogation, right, Strat? It's not even list. He's like literally, like, what is he doing? Inventory right now? Strat,
Exactly. We have three types of abrogation.
You got abrogation of ruling, but not the text.
Exactly, abrogation of ruling, but not the recitation.
You got abrogation of text, but not the ruling.
Exactly, abrogation of text and not the ruling.
And abrogation of both the ruling and the text.
Exactly, abrogation of both the ruling and the text. But again, these sounds is not going to help your case, because Islam is not only based on the Quran. We also have other primary sources, just like the Hadith, that also include rules and regulation.
Yeah.
So I don't know what you're trying to say.
So what type of abrogation?
You're trying to be funny.
So what type of abrogation do you not have?
Yeah. Okay. So can you, for instance, give me an example of abrogation in the Quran?
Yeah. But let me ask you a question first, though. What type of abrogation? What type of abrogation do you not have?
How do you mean? What type of abrogation do we not have?
Like, do you have every form of abrogation possible?
And so, do you? I don't know. I do not understand your question. Sorry, English is not my first language.
For a verse
I live in
to
Holland, so Dutch is my first language.
For like a verse to not be preserved, right? There could be a couple of different ways that could happen, right?
Yes, but the totality of the Quran has been preserved both by manuscripts and by memory.
But
and by memorization.
right. But the thing is that when we find that verses are not in the Quran, you basically say that that's a form of abrogation, right? And you say that for every possible scenario, right? So then, therefore, how can non-perfect preservation or corruption, in other words, be proven? That's what we're asking. And he dropped himself. Okay.
Shaking my head.
I'm telling you, this is going to be a hard one for the Muslims. This is a hard one, guys. And guys, what I want you to pay attention to as we do these, because I know it's going to happen over and over, unless they get scared to come up, is that, and yeah, please continue tapping the screen, guys, so we can get a lot of Muslims to come up. Everybody, please tap together all at the same time. You know, when you guys tap, it actually shows on my screen, right? You can see the little heart. So right now, I see RJP is the only one liking. So if you guys, please like, thank you, Neo. Now you see Neo. Now you see a third person. I should see the whole screen full of taps, guys. Please, come on, guys. W. This is gonna be a good topic, guys. I think this one's really important. So, so you have every possible type of corruption, right, that you can find. And the only answer that the Muslims will give you is they say, yes, brother, that was a divinely inspired corruption. You get that? That's what we're dealing with today. And you can see that by just looking at the types of abrogation. Like, in what planet would it make sense for the second one? Right? Why would this ever happen? This is the one I really want to talk about today mainly. Number 2, where the abrogation of the text occurs, meaning for whatever reason, the text is no longer in the Quran, but the ruling still applies. What this shows you is that they didn't want this to get abrogated. Does that make sense? Am I making sense right now?
That makes sense, bro. Yeah, like how could you have a rule without having the kind of something to go back to and say, hey, look, this is where we got this from.
Right. And then the only place you can find, the wording about these things is in the Hadith. So that would then elevate the Hadith to basically be a Quran at that point. Because you're saying, oh, we don't get it from the Quran, we get it from the Hadith. Right? So thank you for the
Then what happens if you're Quran only?
Right. What happens if you're Quran only? Uh-oh. There's just so many issues. But again, the main thing that I want you guys to pay attention for is this. We're looking for Muslims to basically, I don't want to say concede, because you all know they never concede to anything. They don't use their brain for much of these things. But once you guys notice that they're making a claim that is cannot be proven either way, whether proven or disproven, then that's considered an unfalsifiable claim, and that makes it logically irrelevant. It's an irrelevant claim to make, right? And that's what I want you guys to look for today as we're having these discussions with the Muslims. All right, so let's go through the examples, right? So again, we have abrogation of ruling but not text, abrogation of text but not ruling, and abrogation of both ruling and the text. Again, every possible type of corruption is being explained here as divine. So what they're doing is they're covering all their bases. No matter what you find, right? They're saying, oh, that's God did that on purpose. So and obviously there's no way to prove or disprove that, right? All right, so let's go through the examples. Let's go through the first one here. So the completed list, Chronicle, okay, 630 to 632 CE. This is at the end of the Prophet's lifetime, right? We have verses that were substituted or canceled. Let's see here. And Muslims, I know there's some of you in here. I see you in the chat. Just come up. Come up and cook me on this, okay? And also, guys, if you're on YouTube, come over to TikTok if you want to join the conversation. Just join at Scary Hours Podcast Live. Let me put that in the chat. 1 second here. And also YouTube, I try my best to read your stuff, but if I don't read it, just send over a super chat and it'll get read out loud. It'll be a text to speech prompt. All right, so I just put my TikTok account on YouTube if you guys want to jump on TikTok, and especially if you're just gonna watch, there's no point to come over here. But if you want to actually come and talk, you can come to my TikTok. All right, let's go back to the argument. Okay. All right, so here we go. Let's go to the first one. 630 to 632 CE, end of the prophet's lifetime. A verse was substituted or canceled. What exactly happened? The verse of the 10 sucklings makes marriage unlawful. So here, this is a funny story, if we got to retell it. Basically, there were guys coming over to Aisha's house, okay? And they were trying to figure out, like, okay, how can we make it so where when guys come over, they're not allowed to bang my wife. Okay? This is one of the funniest. Neo, have you heard about this?
I think so. I'm 50-50. I think it's the one that the breast milk one or something about the
right. But do you know why they did this? Why they had this?
No, I didn't know the whole story. Just know.
Right, so this is the story. Check this out. So, you know, because Islam is all about like modesty and protecting women from men and things of that nature, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So this is why like women are forced to wear like the hijab and the nikah and all that, or the niqab, and you know, it's to protect them from men, right? So like one scenario that was happening though is that like when you go to somebody's house, right? They don't have to wear their hijab inside their house because they're with their relatives. They're with their family members. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay, so but what was happening was there was guys coming to the house that were not family members. Okay?
Okay.
And they wanted to make a way to like let these guys come into the house, like Aisha's house or one of the wives of the Prophet's houses, without it like being sexual. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, I guess.
So they came up with this rule that said, if you want to come over to my wife's house, in order for it to not be sexual, you have to suck on her.
Wait.
You have to suck on her.
Well, how would that help the cause?
Because so it doesn't, right? Obviously, that's the silliest thing anybody has ever heard of. But in their like 7th century, you know, silly
That's the
mindset,
wildest icebreaker ever, bro.
right? In their wild ass silly 7th century mindset, the only one who could breastfeed is obviously her son or her daughter or something like that, right?
Yeah.
So in their mind, they're like, well, if I just have this grown man suck on my wife's
right
breastises, then that makes him her son.
What?
That's how they looked at it.
Yo.
What up, Kyoki?
What's up, bro? I got banned out of like 6 Muslim lives a day. It's crazy. I'm starting to run out of places to go to.
Isn't that normal though? That's pretty normal, right? To like, so you're like, okay, I got guys coming over the house. Babe is there. I don't want these guys to look at Babe like in a sexual way. So let me have Babe let them suck on her.
It makes perfect sense
babe, whip
to
up
me.
some breast milk for the homies real quick, just to make things less weird. You know what I mean? Just so they feel like your son.
Right.
Whip up some breast milk for the homies.
So this is Allah. This is Allah using his wisdom. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, right? And you know what's funny about this is that, so check this out. Let's read some of this narrative, right? So what exactly happened? The verse of 10 clear sucklings makes marriage unlawful was revealed, right? So you guys always got to look at how they word these things, right? Like what they're saying is like like if you suckle somebody, then you can no longer marry them. So long story short, you can't bang them anymore. You get what I'm saying?
What?
So now, but the thing is that the 10 suckles, because at first when the verse first got revealed, it was 10 suckles. So a grown man had to come into your wife's house and suckle her 10 times. Like,
No, but it's not actual suckling. It's just drinking the milk, which is considered suckling.
no, it's suckling.
Oh, they
What?
actually. Okay.
It's
Wow.
actual
is
suckling,
suckling
brother.
mean?
Please do not fall for the okie doke.
I thought it was just straight
Actual
milk.
suckling.
Like,
No, it's
Okay.
actual suckling.
wow.
It's actual suckling. When you look at the Arabic and the words that are being used here, it's actual suckling, guys. Okay.
That's really wild.
Hold on, E-dubs. You still got moderator, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Last time you were on here, were you able to turn off auto accept for the yes.
Someone
I
said
don't
you've
think
been
I'm able
refuted
to.
on this.
Huh?
Is that what you're? Is that why I
Come
got
on,
let
bro.
up so quickly?
Yes, that's why.
No, I don't think I'm able to do that. I think that has to be you.
Hold on, let me
Oh, so now you can't read Arabic. That's why you got refuted on this. Makes
it's
sense.
no worries. Anyway, irrelevant to the argument right now. So hold on. All viewers, moderators, how do I do this? Can you check real quick, E-dubs, if you can manage that?
Yeah, I'm looking at it.
Because
I
I
don't
gotta
get to know.
figure out a way to do this.
Shalom, E-dubs.
Shalom, Neil. How's it
I'm
going?
trying to learn the sayings because the Arabic got the cool ones. The Jewish got the cool ones too. I'm trying to learn some more. If you got any new ones like other than shalom, let me know.
Arabic is cooler. Alhamdulillah.
Mashallah.
Mashallah.
So anyway, the 10 sucklings, right, was the first ruling that was revealed, right? 10, you have to suckle my wife 10 times. Then that ruling got abrogated by the ruling of 5 sucklings. So I guess Allah was like, yo, 10 is a little crazy. This guy's enjoying it a little too much. Let's just put it to 5 sucklings and then you become my stepson. Okay? But the thing that's funny is that neither the 10 or the 5 is in the Quran.
Really?
Yeah. It says both versions were later removed by the prophet's death. 0 suckling verses remain in the Quran, even though some companions were still reciting the 5 suckling version. Okay. Now, why this is important is because Muslims will say most of the time when a verse gets corrupted, Allah will make you forget it. Or when a verse gets abrogated, Allah will make you forget it. You get me?
Okay.
So this is how Allah supposedly abrogates things, is that he causes this like mass forgetting event where a verse gets abrogated and everyone forgets it. Okay?
But
That's how Allah abrogates verses in his system.
this sounds like the most rigged game of all time, man.
It's super, because if you look at abrogation, right? Like abrogation, actually, you can basically look at this. Actually starts in the Bible. The Bible is pretty much where it gets this system of abrogation started. But the system in the Bible is not like this. Like, for example, you know about the food regulation, right? In the Bible, I don't know if you've ever heard, Neo, the food regulation.
No, I haven't. No.
Okay, so you have the different rulings on food. So in the Old Testament, in Genesis, God said to Adam and Eve,
Yeah.
that they had to be like basically vegetarians. Okay, they could only eat like fruits and vegetables. Okay, and then later during the time of Noah, he said you can eat anything, like any animal that walks on the earth, all of them. Okay, so
Right.
when that ruling is given, then you can just say, okay, the initial ruling about eating fruits was abrogated. Does that make sense?
Right. Yeah.
So I don't know. How would you understand? Would you understand that? How would you understand that as a Christian? What would you call it?
I mean, to me, like at least it's not completely. It's still there. There's still a track record that you can go back and say, okay, we get it. Once upon a time it was there, but then through Noah,
Correct.
it got
Correct.
you got fulfilled or whatever you want to call it.
Correct. And then that verse about eating any animal gets later abrogated again by Moses when God, or through Moses, when God reveals they can only eat certain animals and certain animals were considered unclean and others clean. Does that make sense?
Right. Yeah, I remember this. Yeah, this is true.
And then that verse gets abrogated later again by the Christians when they say, like, you can eat whatever you want again. So there's this clear record of like just the simple fact that God is just, saying, hey, this no longer applies anymore. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
But in the Quran, it's not like that. It's people will be going about their day, reciting the Quran all day, every day, and then they'll just randomly forget a verse.
Mm-hmm.
And then they'll say, oh, I guess Allah abrogated it from my mind. You get what I'm saying?
Convenient. That's convenient. Yeah.
Right.
I'm back, man. My phone died.
Go ahead. No problem, Strat. Where did we leave off?
Yeah. We were talking about the different types of abrogation.
Okay. So we were talking about the one I want to know from you, Strat, is this one here, number 2. Hold on, let me go down there real quick. Number 2, Nask al-tilawa duna al-hukam.
Yeah.
The abrogation of the text in the Quran,
But not the ruling.
The ruling. Why would this ever happen? What's a good reason for this?
Because in Islam we do not only go by the Quran, we also go by the teacher and the prophetic tradition. Because the Quran was revealed to the Prophet Muhammad, may peace be upon him. So if we were trying to understand the Quran, its legislations, its rulings, we should also go to the Hadith.
Right, but what I'm asking is in this scenario, the verse and the ruling were in the Quran, right? So if you would want to continue the ruling, what would be the point of getting rid of the text of the ruling?
Because it is well known. It is a well known tradition.
It's not an answer, brother.
It is because we do not only rely upon the Quran, we also have
When
the
I'm
Hadith.
asking you, why, and your answer is because it's known. That's not an answer. The answer I'm asking is the reason why this would happen. Why would anyone ever do something like this? Like, it's like me giving you a book and I say, I want you to follow these 10 commandments, right? No matter what. And then I just remove one of the 10. Why would I do that?
But it's not removed because it's still in the Hadith. The ruling is still applied.
Brother, I'm just asking, why would they remove it from the Quran?
Because there's maybe there's a wisdom behind it we do not know. I can give you an example.
Allah knows best.
Yeah, Allah knows best. I can give you an example. For instance, abrogation. The sounds are not going to help you. Abrogation is known in all the 3 major religions. So if you want to have like a civil and like an academic approach, we can have that, no problem. Do you know how? I have one question for you. Do you know how alcohol was forbidden in Islam?
Yes. See, that's actually, I'm glad you asked that, because that form of abrogation, I totally understand. That form that you're just talking about, the alcohol, is perfect. I like that one. That one makes sense.
So yeah, because some other instances where abrogation is being used is not you cannot understand it. It doesn't mean there is an explanation or there is a wisdom behind it.
Do me a favor.
Just like the alcohol,
just do me a favor. Just do me a favor for everyone who doesn't know. Can you explain how the alcohol, the ruling of alcohol, was abrogated? Can you explain that for other people?
Yeah, no problem. So in the Quran, it tells us in specific steps how Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, how he forbade alcohol. But because of the Arab culture and the people, they were known and they were used to drinking alcohol, he did this with a wisdom. So first he said there is in alcohol you can find benefit and you can find harm. But because the harm is greater than the benefit, you should leave it. And then for instance, you could not pray while being intoxicated.
Right.
And then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, he said alcohol is forbidden. Totally forbidden.
Right. So brother,
so they
can
get used to the ruling.
I got you. So basically, so I can make it clear for everybody else. In other words, about the drinking alcohol, first, the Quran tells you that it's not that good to drink alcohol, but anyway, as long as you don't drink it during prayer, it's not haram, right? Basically, something like that, right?
Exactly. So it's first is trying to inform the people who are used to drinking alcohol that it's true that there is benefit in alcohol, but there's also harm, and the harm is
Right.
big. Great.
Right. So I can see that verse in the Quran, right, where it says it's not that bad, but just don't do it when you pray. I can see that verse in the Quran, right?
Yes.
Okay. And then later, I can also see the verse in the Quran where it says, you know what, never mind, just no more alcohol, period, right? Alcohol is now fully haram, right?
Yes.
Okay. So I like that version of abrogation because that shows like a clear record of Allah being the one who's making the changes. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I can understand. Yeah.
Yeah. So and it shows like you can go back and read whatever, like, okay, how did this happen? Why would it happen? And you can explain it. But the one that we're talking
Exactly,
about
yeah.
on the screen doesn't make sense
Which
to me.
one?
This one doesn't make sense to me, of abrogating the actual text in the book,
Yes.
but for some reason saying the ruling still stands, because I don't understand why Allah would do that. So what
Yeah,
it
but
seems like is that people just forgot the verse and they didn't mean to do it. They didn't mean to forget it.
No, because it is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala who makes them forget that first. Because he replaces this with something better. And because the Quran tells us that the Prophet, may peace be upon him, never spoke from his own desire, and that we will have to follow him in how he understands the religion, how he understands the Quran.
But
We know
give me
for a
give
fact
me an
that
example
there are
of
also
one of these types of rulings that the text is no longer in the Quran, but the ruling still applies. Can you give me an example?
Yeah, I think you just had one of the examples in your screen. It was about the stoning.
So stoning is an example. When I look in the Quran, I will not find any verses of stoning.
No, exactly, because the punishment that the Quran sets for adultery is lashing. But because the Quran is not the only place we find rules and regulations, we can also go to the Hadith, because this in the Islamic paradigm, we do not only rely on the Quran, we also rely on the prophetic tradition. And
Right.
in the prophetic tradition, the Prophet allowed stoning.
Yeah. So what happened to the verses of stoning?
It has been abrogated from the text of the Quran.
How?
How do you mean how?
How did Allah choose to abrogate those?
I do not specifically this verse. I do not know everything about it.
All right, let's read a little bit here. We got this.
So I still have to do by research.
I got you. Let's read it a little bit. So, the written page containing the verse of stoning and the verse of breastfeeding an adult 10 times was eaten by a tame sheep during the chaos after the Prophet's death.
Yeah, but there's three sanad. There's three isnad. There's three chains of transmission going back to this report. One of those chains say it was eaten by a tame sheep or by a goat or what you want to say. But the most authoritative opinion is by Imam Malik. Do you know Imam Malik?
Yeah, what does he say?
He says it has been abrogated by ruling and by text.
Right. We know that already. We already knew that part, though, right? We didn't really need Imam Malik to say that, right? We know that already.
Yeah. So, but what's your problem? We are the ones who
how
made this
did it? What I'm
methodology.
saying is, how was it abrogated? That's what I'm asking.
How you can find it
I
in the hadith.
have arrived and I'm ready for you.
All right, what's up?
You can find it in the hadith when you do your research and you research all of the narrators, and you did your research. You know where the narration came from.
Yeah, let's
and
do
go
this
on. You can. Yeah, no problem.
So according to this, right?
But honestly, I'm honest with you. Honestly, I don't like ChatGPT when we are discussing religious texts.
Here, let's see.
Because ChatGPT, because ChatGPT can be biased with how you phrase the question, how you give him the prompt. It can be biased. So I can also bring up ChatGPT and show you that the Quran is the most reliable and the most well-preserved text there is.
Right.
Of the religious scriptures
But
we have.
what I want you to do is I want you to do that for him. I want you to, if I show something, I want you to show, if you got something to the contrary, you know what I mean?
No problem.
So here, let's read. What's up, Rabbi? What's up, Liv? All
Yo,
right, so
dude.
it says, what?
Not a real
Wait, I just got a
rabbi.
question. You know, abrogation. In your eyes, does abrogation mean that the scripture is completely false? Does that mean that the scripture is false
No.
because it's been abrogated?
No, we talked about the
cool.
3 types of abrogation. Basically, any type of evidence that you could find for corruption, Allah allows it. So
No. Because because do you know the word corruption in Arabic?
Yeah. Here, let me just
This
read
what I
something.
don't
Okay.
understand.
So
Let me just
what
read
is the
this.
difference between? Okay, but can you tell me, because now you are strawmanning
Corruption is
what we are talking
when
about.
someone other than the author changes the text.
Yeah, so according to the Sunni Orthodox, the majority of Muslims, is there any tahrif in the Quran, or is there only abrogation?
Yeah, no, because you guys basically make it to where you can't prove corruption anymore, because every type of
course
corruption
not.
that can be found, you guys
No.
say that it was divinely done. So that's kind of
No,
weird, right?
of
So
course
here, guys,
not. Of course not.
Guys, have you guys heard it?
You
This is
can
the first
go
one.
back
The first time
because
that
you do not
heard it.
even know.
You just heard it. He just
The
said what
difference
we
between
talked
the
about
tahrif
earlier. He
and
just
the
made an
abrogation.
unfalsifiable claim. All right, now let me just read this real quick, brother. So the sources, the hadith collections like Tirmidhi, Muwatta, and Muwatta Ahmad, the stoning verse, the Ayat al-Rajam, was revealed, recited, memorized, and applied by the Prophet and companions. His recitation was later abrogated, Nask al-Tilawa duna al-Hukum, so it was never included in the final Mus'haf. The ruling stoning for the married adulterers remains via Sunnah. Umar explicitly stated this, fearing the future denial.
That's what I just told you.
Fearing its future denial since it's absent from the Quranic text. Now, the thing that's interesting here, right, is when did this verse get quote unquote abrogated?
During it depends. I don't know. I don't know specifically. I don't know with the verse of stoning over breastfeeding.
If Rabbi wants to answer, go ahead, Rabbi.
Yeah. Okay. No problem.
Yeah, obviously nothing can be abrogated. Wait, there's like a feedback. Is it mine or is it you, host?
It's me, but go ahead.
Okay, yeah, nothing can be abrogated unless the Prophet ﷺ is alive. So, as he says that right there on what you was reading, that it wasn't in the last Mus'haf, it means that it wasn't in the last Mus'haf when the Prophet was alive. But also, the stoning was, since it's not in recitation, it's now for people can volunteer. Even in the time of Prophet Muhammad ﷺ, we see instances where people volunteered to be, dealt with in that way.
Here, let's do this. Hold on a second.
So, unless you have something that's abrogated while the Prophet, after the Prophet's life, show us.
Yeah, let me see this. So let's see here. Per the sources, when was the verse of stoning abrogated? Before or after?
You just had it.
Muhammad.
You just had it. Bring up the scholars again. You just had it.
Here, let's see. Let's just see.
All right.
Let's just see, brother. We got all day here. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know what it is. I host. You're a cool guy. I'll be honest, yeah, but you always get stuck when I talk to you, man.
I get stuck?
Yes. Last time you were stuck twice.
I don't think so, brother.
Teach him, Rabbi. Teach him.
So it says here.
You know he's called. You know what's scary? He's called a rabbi for a reason.
So
Rabbi.
look, check this out. Check this out. Answer. According to primary sources, the verse of stoning was not abrogated during or after the promised life. Okay. No, I mean, I don't. Okay, this is misunderstanding my question. Hold on a second. I mean to say, when was the what do you guys call it? When was the text abrogated from? I can't even know how to say this because it's so weird. Abrogated from the Quran or lost. Even AI doesn't know what we're talking about because it doesn't.
According, because
Bro,
because
hey,
most of the
wait,
texts are in
Can I say,
Arabic.
can I just say, host? AI doesn't know what you're asking. There's difference.
Here we go. Let's see what it says.
It happened during the life of the Prophet.
Here we go. According to the sources, the text of the stoning verses was not abrogated. It was lost or excluded from the Quran. Timeline based on primary sources. Period. During the Prophet's life, what happened? The verse was revealed. They recited it, memorized it, and understood it. This is according to Sahih Muslim 1961. After the Prophet's death, the verse disappeared. Uh-oh.
It disappeared. Okay, so after the Prophet's life, it disappeared.
I mean,
you just cooking yourself. So host. So where did it disappear from after the Prophet's life?
I don't know. What do you mean?
It disappeared from the Quran, right? so it was not added in the last in Hafsa, right?
According to Aisha,
So
also according to
my
Aisha.
question.
Wait, brother, we have to. No, you have to answer
The
that.
verse about the breastfed, the 10
Hold on,
sucklings has been
you guys are
abrogated.
confusing me. I'm getting confused. Hold on. This is what I'm trying to point out right here is if it existed during the Prophet's life, why would it be disappearing after the Prophet's life? And
By the way,
if it disappeared after, then why wouldn't they just put it back in the Quran? Because it didn't happen during his lifetime. You get what I'm saying? Because my thing is this: he's the prophet. He's the one that should say if it's abrogated or not. Even if it's just abrogation in text. You get what I mean?
All right, so watch this, everybody. Go to, you see that where it says, and the verse disappeared from the original text or the official
Sahih
text?
Muslim 1691.
Yeah, go on now. Let's see.
Okay. Excuse me. All right, so we have it right here. Sahih Muslim 1691a. Abdullah bin Abbas reported that Umar bin Khattab sat on the pulpit of Allah's messenger and said, so this is Umar speaking.
Yeah.
He's sitting on the pulpit. Verily Allah sent Muhammad with the truth, and he sent down this book upon him. And the verse of stoning was included in what he sent down. We recited it, retained it in our memory, and understood it. Allah's messenger awarded the punishment for stoning to the married adulterer and the adulteress. And after him, we also awarded the punishment of stoning. I am afraid that with the lapse of time, the people may forget it and may say, we do not find the punishment of stoning in the book of Allah.
Why? Keep going. so let's see what the conclusion is. Keep going.
This isn't weird to you already? Like, how did we go from? Like, how did we go from? How did we go from here? Look at this. How did we go from? We recited it, retained it, and understood it. To. I'm
okay, so let me respond.
I'm afraid that we're gonna lose it. How did that happen?
Okay, so let me respond now. Watch this, guys.
I thought what happened to the Mutawatir.
You have to let me respond, though.
Mass
you have to let me respond, though.
Everybody memorized the Quran. Oh my God, millions. But like, what happened to that?
You just wasted time. You gotta let me respond, host. Okay. So every every verse that was in the Quran in the life of the Prophet, that's no longer in the Quran. Someone like you is gonna be asking that question. So what's the answer? Keep reading. It's so simple, man.
Let's see. Maybe it's in here. Hold on.
Wallahi, the religion is so simple.
I am afraid that with the lapse of time, that people may forget it and may say, we do not find the punishment of stoning in the book of Allah, and thus go astray by abandoning this duty prescribed by Allah. Stoning is a duty laid down in Allah's book for married men, and who commit adultery when proof is established, or there is pregnancy. There's no explanation here. What are you talking about?
Okay, so the ruling still stands.
According to him, yeah.
Okay,
But that doesn't explain what we were asking.
Yeah, but you was asking why isn't it in the Quran recitation, right?
Right.
Okay, so what's Umar saying about the recitation?
That they can't find
that
it.
It's not in that's not in the Quran, right?
Right.
so it's not in recitation, but it's in his ruling. No, I'm laughing because clearly it says there that it's not in the recitation, but it's in the ruling.
Right. So I'm asking why is
your
it
question
not in
is
the
answered.
recitation?
Because this guy,
why isn't it? So Ramadan, watch this.
I don't want to make an assumption.
Ramadan, watch
think
this. Watch the host fumble.
I don't want to make an assumption, but I think the host understands that Muslims only take their rulings from the Quran and not outside of the Quran.
No, brother. I'm not saying that.
Muslims take.
I'm not saying that at all.
Yeah.
So what's your point?
I just want to know why the verse is not in the Quran.
Is Umar saying it's not in the Quran?
And who?
Beautiful. Wait a second,
Hold on,
Rabbi.
Sorry. One last thing, and also who approved for it not to be in the Quran? That's what I want to know, especially.
Thank you. The Prophet ﷺ said, "Do not write it." Not what?
Where can you show us?
There's an authentic.
Where does it say that?
Authentic hadith that you will not find on Sunnah.com, where the Prophet ﷺ clearly told Umar.
Yeah. Just
not
tell us
it. Not
tell
what?
Us that. Tell us what's the hadith?
Give me the book.
Not what?
Give me the book. Give me the book.
You won't find it on Google. You won't find it in AI. You won't find it on.
Give me the book.
Now, you won't find it online.
I'll find it.
Have you?
Really?
I will find.
Guys, look, guys.
You wait a second. So you have all the books of hadith. So the person speaking at the bottom, you have all the books of hadith, correct?
The man worshippers need to be calm.
Sabrina, all of your books can be downloaded.
So wait a second. So
just give me the reference so we can look it up.
It's not Alus. You don't say my name is not Alus.
What's your name, bro? I don't know your name, bro.
His name's Sabrina.
So Rabbi, you see how the host clearly fumbled, and he has to go to Google to find out if the source is correct.
Why do you always do this?
There's an authentic.
There you go. I'm not putting up with this.
But now he's muting.
This guy always does this all the time.
But hey,
I'm literally asking him for the sources, and he goes straight to saying he fumbled. What did I fumble? I'm asking you for a source. I'm asking you to prove your claim.
What was the claim made?
Honestly, this doesn't really matter to me whether Muhammad actually says.
I'll continue.
I'm pretty sure.
I'm gonna continue. Let me. What was he talking about?
Huh? He
what
said.
What was he trying to?
He said that there's a hadith that we can't find that Muhammad said not to write it in the Quran. That's what he says. And you know what?
Yeah. Wait.
I think I've heard about this. There is a hadith where I think it's Muhammad says that he's like sad about having to write this verse or something like that. If I'm not mistaken. Does anybody know what I'm talking about?
Bro, I don't know what you're talking about. I don't even know what he's talking about as well.
Okay, so he's wrong?
No, I said I don't know what he's talking about. I never said he's right or wrong. I just said I don't know what he's talking about.
Okay, so here's my question. He said you won't find it on Google, Sunnah.com, etc., etc. I know this because you've got a ton of other books that are graded Sahih, Daif, Hassan, you've got heaps, and I agree with you. I can find those books. They're easily downloaded on PDFs. They ain't that hard. So if he can bring me the source on what book it's in, what chapter it's in, I'll download it and I'll see the grading.
I got it.
I just gave you proof.
Let's read it. No problem.
So after this scary hours, you have to become Muslim.
Why?
Read it in Arabic because most
look,
of these.
We're showing you evidence.
This guy only knows Sunnah.com. Most
showing
of
him
these
evidence.
books are not even translated.
Brother, you guys have no idea. Like this is not even my argument. I don't care if Muhammad said to abrogate it. I just thought it was curious if he didn't. All right, let's read it. It says, affirms Nask al-Taliwa for Ayat Rajam, wording removed but ruling stoning remains valid. Cites the verse, text, and notes Shia Sunni agreement on the hadith. Hold on.
I can give you 20 scholars.
Strat, did you actually read it? Because I want to know what it actually says.
You can read it. I can give you 20 scholars.
No, I'm saying, did you actually read it?
Yeah. It says that the prophet he accepted that the recitation was abrogated, but the ruling remained.
All right,
That's
does this
it.
look right? Does this look right?
Dude, still keep running the AI.
Does this look right or no?
I don't know. You could translate it.
All right, let's see.
AI again.
This is good stuff
terrible.
here, guys. This is good
AI.
Today's the day. Scary. I was becoming a Muslim. Today's the day.
stuff. So hold on.
So what does he say? There's no disagreement regarding the obligation of stoning.
Okay, let's read it. Hold on. So the second type, those whose wording was abrogated, but not its ruling, like the verse of stoning, for there is no disagreement regarding the obligation of stoning, the mushan, and the verse that contained it is abrogated without disagreement. It is his saying, the old man and the old woman, if they commit adultery, stone them both irrevocably, for they have fulfilled their desire, a punishment from Allah and the Almighty Wise. Okay, so this is not saying what you thought it said.
No. It agrees. It agrees with our position.
No, it doesn't.
That there is no
This is
disagreement.
just
There's no
repeating your
disagreement
argument. This is just
about
repeating
it.
your argument that the verse is not in the Quran, but the ruling still stands. That's all it's saying. What are you talking about?
Okay, so what's your point? What
I'm
do you
trying to
want
find
hear?
out who approved this text to be removed.
Aisha, even Aisha. We have narrations by the wife of the Prophet.
What?
Aisha radiallahu anha.
No, we have a narration
this-
from
about
Umar
the-
where it
about the
clearly
suffering
says,
and about-
when he clearly goes to the Prophet, Akhi, there's a narration and the host can't find it. There's a
You can't
narration
find
where
it neither.
Umar
I'm
asked the
asking you
Prophet,
guys to find it. Why can't you
Sunnah
find it?
What's the narration? Wait, let me
who
finish.
wrote
What's the
Sunnah
narration?
al-Kubra?
Tell me what to look
Who
up.
wrote Sunnah al-Kubra?
Here we go. I'm dropping.
Who
you,
wrote it?
Bro. This guy's so silly, dude.
Coward, you're a straight bitch,
Stop
dude.
Wait,
me.
what's the
Your mother.
wait,
Now, dude,
what's the narration?
Just tell us what the source is. Don't tell me I can't find it. I don't think it exists.
Yeah, what's the source?
You
What's he
find
trying
it.
to say?
He's
So
trying to say
what
that
what
there's a
he's
verse-
asking? Hold on, I hope you ask Gary. He said he wants the source because the guy that was here earlier said that it was Muhammad that took out that and abrogated it with something else. He said you won't find it on Sunnah.com, you won't find it in the 6 canonical books, you won't find it. It's in other sources. Okay, no problem. Bring us that book. Give me the source, and I will see the grading. I'm not worried.
Yeah,
Give me that book.
This should be really simple. And secondary, it doesn't matter because my point here is not to say that Muhammad didn't abrogate it. That's fine, even if he did. I don't think he did. So far, you guys haven't proven he did. Right? But it doesn't change the fact that this would be silly, even for Muhammad to do. Because if the ruling stands, why the hell would you take it out of the Quran? It was in the Quran. Why would you take it out and then still want to apply the ruling?
And by the way, it said in that hadith that you brought earlier, Scary, it said that it was recited, memorized, and it was in the Quran. So all
Right.
three. All
Right,
three
that's what
of
I
them.
don't understand. It was perfectly like where was it? Oh yeah, right here, this Sunnah, right here. He says right here, we recited it, retained it in our memory, and understood it. And then why this is interesting because this is Umar speaking. Umar is speaking, and he's at the pulpit, meaning I guess he's addressing the Ummah. He's addressing the congregation, I'm guessing, of Muslims, and he's saying, "Hey guys, we used to recite a verse. I don't know where it is, but we still."
Okay, so yeah, can we carry on that conversation about Umar because that was my hadith?
Go ahead.
All right, so when Umar is saying we recited it, memorized it, it was in the Quran, correct?
Well, wait, when you say it's in the Quran, are you meaning written or oral?
Yeah, they were reading the Quran, like reciting it.
I don't think so.
He says we was reciting it, bro.
Yeah, reciting it just means oral.
Yeah, but it was in the Quran. He's reciting. That's oral. Are you okay?
Yeah, but from reciting from memory, though, Rabbi.
If they're reciting, it's probably
Again, look, I don't think this even matters either way, but this is how I'm reading it. I'm reading it that he's talking about from memory, because it even says We recited it from memory. It even says it right here. We retained it in our memory, right here, right here. It even says
Yeah,
it.
memorized it, recited it, and acted upon it. He says 3 things. Is he okay?
Brother, what
So-
is recite?
Is it
brother?
okay?
Alright, so
hold on,
hold
Gary.
on, hold on,
Ask
hold
him.
on, what's-
Ask him.
Hold on.
Recite
so-
means
so
just to
hold-
speak.
Oh my, just
It just means speak.
Just
Wasn't
chill,
in the
brother.
book.
Just chill.
Wasn't written down in the Quran.
So host.
Wait,
when I told,
let me hold on, because now you make another question.
I need to
So-
be able to
so
get a
when-
word in, bro.
I know,
need to
but
I need to be able to speak.
You just made me think of another question. So
No,
when, so
no,
you're
before
claiming,
we go
wait,
there,
so wait,
before we
wait,
go
wait.
there.
So you're claiming that because he says recite, that means he had to read a actual physical copy? Is that what you're saying? Please say yes.
They had Quran. Like, are you okay?
He said
saying they did it.
plural.
I'm not saying
But
they
anyway,
did it.
that's a red herring. Can we stick to the topic, host? Or are you just
No,
afraid?
But I'm just saying, does recite necessitate a physical Quran?
It necessitates of your argument, reciting, ruling, and
Argument,
abrogation.
bro.
argument,
Don't worry about
remember?
Scary's argument.
So-
Listen to what
so,
he's asking you, bro.
Host, do you
Ram,
concede to your
listen
argument?
to what he's asking
Do you concede?
you.
I told you. I told you.
When, listen, when they
Why
recited it,
is
when they're
this
reciting
Christian
it from
guy
a book.
speaking over me? Is he a Muslim? Is he supposed to answer the obligation?
Rabbi, let me ask you this.
Hold on.
Can
because
you
I need to be able to
recite,
speak.
all right, brother, can you recite from memory, yes or no?
We can recite anything from memory.
Okay, perfect. So
Yeah,
reciting
so
does
anyway.
not imply a book, right? So this could be
But does it-
from memory, right? Here,
But
according to
does
what
your
it's saying.
But does your argument hinge on recitation
No, it doesn't.
abrogation?
No, it doesn't. It doesn't.
Okay, so you're not arguing abrogation
No,
recitation.
I'm just
no.
bringing out interesting things that I'm seeing.
all right,
So
all
it's
right.
just
But that anything that has anything that has
Ram.
nothing to do with your argument, you're
Okay,
bringing up.
hold on,
All right.
hold on.
keep going,
Ram,
keep
here's
going.
my question.
So host, does this guy speak for you, or are you just
Ram,
afraid to
don't
speak to
worry,
me?
bro. Don't worry, bro. Don't worry. Listen,
He has to be
according
afraid to speak
this
to you.
hadith- bro, stop.
What's going on with this
I
guy?
got- According to
Christ,
this
Christ,
hadith-
Christ, let him go. Go ahead, Rabbi, go ahead.
Yeah. Just relax, man. I know you worship a Jewish
Rabbi,
man.
go,
but-
Jesus Christ, go.
Alright,
Hurry
so-
up, go.
All right, so host, your argument is that is an abrogated is in recitation. Why can't we see that it was abrogated recitation? Correct.
No.
So what's your argument?
My argument is number one, why would this happen? Number one, I really want like
Yeah, that's a different one.
coherent. No, that's always been my argument. I really want a logical explanation why anyone would do this. Why would you abrogate something in text but not in ruling? Why? Please give me a reason for that. Number one.
Earlier, okay, so
Let's
earlier when
do
we
it.
came to the hadith, wait, Halkhawi. When I took you to this hadith, wasn't your argument that show me that it was abrogated in recitation?
No, brother, no. I know
So you
it's
concede to the
abrogated.
argument?
No, what are you talking about? I brought this up to show that it was abrogated in
But I brought you the hadith.
Brother, I have the hadith as part of my whole argument.
I brought
right
the
here.
hadith to you for your
Brother,
argument.
look.
It was
look,
on the
stop.
link.
Brother, please stop being silly. Look. I wrote this argument or I formulated this argument with AI, okay?
Yeah, you were searching it with me. Are you okay?
No, this,
I told you not to say it right there.
brother, this is what I wrote. Everybody that was here, look at all this conversation I had with AI, okay? I was
So
asking
what's
the
your
questions.
argument now? Since you're changing your argument, what's your argument now?
I've never changed it, brother. I've been asking the same question, and it gives me
You
the
just-
sources.
you're
Look,
stuck again,
Sahih
man.
Muslim. Look, you see Sahih Muslim 1452a.
No, yeah, earlier when it was
even
down,
when you read it, when we read it together, you're the one who told me to copy and paste what I was reading. to
paste
you.
the hadith, right? So I took it
Yes.
to the hadith, right? So
But the
wasn't
verse
your
was on the
argument?
screen. It was already on the screen when you came up
All
here.
right, just relax. So wasn't your when me and you was talking, wasn't your argument that show me it was abrogating the life of the prophet?
Yes, that part, yes. That part, yes.
Oh,
That
okay,
I wanted
can we
to know-
finish with that part? Because
Yes,
I was
go ahead.
interrupted and I
Go
had to
ahead.
go on mute.
Go ahead.
Yeah, because I don't like over talking people. So
Yeah.
okay. Does Umar ibn Khattab say that we was reciting it, memorized it, and applying ruling in the life of the prophet?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. Does he then say that this after the life of the prophet, they are still applying the ruling, but it's not in recitation, and that people would ask?
Yes.
Okay, so it's abrogated in the life of the prophet?
The text or the ruling?
The recitation.
No.
It was in the life of the prophet. It
You
was
can't
in the
be that.
life
I
of
thought
the
you was a
prophet.
smart
No,
guy,
it
but
wasn't.
you're
It
not
was.
following.
It was.
Well,
Search it up
I
right
don't
now.
see it. Where. That's what I'm asking for. I don't see
It's
that.
during the
let's do
23
one by
years
one.
I
period.
don't see where that happened because the only, and I'm gonna be honest with you. So it seems like to me that you guys have very little hadith about this story.
Okay,
There
let's
may
do
be
one by one.
maybe two, maybe.
All
You
right,
get what I'm
host,
saying?
look, you're not looking. You see how he says it right there? It was included in what was sent down.
recited it, retained it in our memory, and understood and awarded the punishment. And that's in the life of the Prophet.
Does it say that it was in the book of
Hold on,
Allah?
hey, what's going
Ask
on,
him
bro?
that question.
Hold on.
Ask him, was it in the book of Allah? Was it in the book of Allah, bro? You keep going on a rant. Was it in the book of Allah?
You need help.
Answer the question.
You have to need help.
Was it in the book of Allah? Yes
you
or no?
need help. That's
What
we're
does a
dealing
book
with.
mean? I got a break. This is how dumb
Am I
you gotta be
talking to
to
this
Muslims.
guy or am I talking to you,
This-
host?
you're
Am I
gonna talk
talking
to me
Rabbi,
now,
just
so you
walk
keep
me
going on a
through-
rant.
Look, Rabbi,
I'm
walk
trying.
me through.
Am
Rabbi,
I
just
talking to
walk,
him? No.
walk me through. Look, first.
I want to know who am I talking to. I want to know who am I talking to.
You're talking to everybody. So now look, how do
I'm
we
talking
go
to everybody,
from,
but not you.
How do we look? How do we
So
go
wait,
from
wait,
this?
wait, wait, wait. Host. Am I talking to everybody or am I talking to you? Am I on your life or am I on everybody's life? He's stuck.
Was it written
Why
in
does
the
he
book
always
of
get
Allah?
stuck?
I want to know if it was written in the
I just
book of
don't know.
Allah. Answer that question.
I just, like Rabbi, listen, look, let's just move forward, okay? Please, let's just move forward.
I told you, you always get stuck. All right,
That-
here, let's do it now.
Look, let's just move forward. Look, so
All right.
I want to know how we go from we had it perfectly memorized to we do
Hold
not
on, one
find
by
it.
one, because we're moving too fast, one by one, so we all understand each other. Okay?
What's
yeah,
fast?
we're supposed to understand each other. If you move ahead, then we're just gonna get confused. All right. He says it was in the book, in the life of the Prophet, right? Not the books. It was sent down, recited, retained it, and applied ruling. You agree with that? Yeah, memorized. Oh, man. You got all sorts of things happening in your life, man. Like you got all sorts of people in your life, brother. Like, what's wrong with you, man? All right.
The guy's going through it.
All right. So, now he needs that music back up. Anyway, so can you scroll back up so we can see the beginning of the hadith? All right, not all the way up, just like where we was on. All right. Sent down, recited it one, retained it in our memory, memorized it, understood, and then awarded the punishment. And that's in the life of the Prophet, correct? Okay. After that, does Umar say that it's no longer in the book and people be asking?
Correct. Yeah. We do not
Okay, so
find
it
the
was-
punishment in the book. Yeah.
And yes, and is this after the life of the Prophet?
Yes.
So it was abrogated before the Prophet passed away?
Why are you saying that?
Because he says it was in the book, it was recited when the Prophet was alive. It's no longer recited when the Prophet is not alive, and that's his own companion.
Brother, look, let's just look. Please, let's just move on. Let's just agree to disagree because I want to move on to my next point.
No,
okay?
no, you're not
I
right.
don't.
You're
I
not
don't
right.
believe you because my problem is this, right? I know. For
You don't
a
believe
fact,
me?
No,
Do you
because
believe
it
Umar?
doesn't say that. Look, Umar in this scenario, right?
Who's Umar? Who's Umar?
Umar is the companion. He's a
Oh,
second
okay.
caliph or something like that.
Yeah, he's a companion of the Prophet. So he says when the Prophet was alive, it was recited. After the Prophet died, it was no longer recited. His own companion.
Right after it was no longer
Thank
recited.
you. Yes, after the Prophet passed away, it's no longer recited.
During it was recited.
Yes, when he was alive.
After, it wasn't.
It's
recited.
no longer recited. Yes, and his own companion is saying this, so therefore it's abrogated.
So it was abrogated after Muhammad was unalive.
No, oh my God. If it was abrogated after, wait, say it again one more time.
Yeah, it was abrogated after Muhammad was unalive.
No, it was abrogated. It was abrogated when he was alive, because he was recited when he was alive. It's no longer recited after he died.
He's not gonna recite it when he died.
It doesn't even say that he passed away. It doesn't even say that he passed away in Hadith. So where are you getting that he died?
No. This is literally after. This is Umar speaking. This is why it says here. Abdullah Abbas reported that Umar Khattab sat on the pulpit of Allah's messenger.
So how do you know he died though?
Because he wouldn't be sitting on.
No, he's right. He's sitting on the Prophet Muhammad's pulpit. That's correct. So Umar says when the Prophet was alive, he was reciting and memorizing it, and then when he died, is no longer recited. And as you pulled up the other sources you pulled up earlier, was it two scholars you pulled up earlier?
Let me ask you this
wait,
question.
Wait, let me just land it, host. The two scholars you pulled up earlier said that it wasn't in the last halves.
Mm-hmm.
What are we doing here, man?
So let me ask you a question, brother. You ready?
Yes.
So if Muhammad was the one who had abrogated it, right? Why was Umar concerned that people wouldn't understand it?
understand it, or people wouldn't find it in the Quran?
One, that they wouldn't find it, but the most important thing is that why wouldn't they understand why? Because if Muhammad would have said, "Hey,
Tell
this
me
no
where he said
longer
that.
applies,"
Show me where he said he was afraid of people not understanding it. Show
he
me that.
literally
Just
said,
read
"I
that.
am afraid that people will say, why is it not in the book of Allah?" That's literally what he said.
There you go. Not understand it. What's going on, man?
What do you mean?
That's stress. He doesn't say that people will be, he doesn't say he's afraid that people will not understand. He says he's afraid that people will not find it in the Quran.
Yeah, but why would people be looking for it?
Yeah, as they look for every other abrogated verse.
But if they knew that Muhammad had abrogated, why would they be looking for it?
Yeah, as they look for, like he's talking about generations after the prophets, they're always looking for verses in the Quran. When it's abrogated, it's concerned. They look for it and they find the source and they find the answer.
Here, let me ask ChatGPT.
What, you think we don't look for verses that's abrogated?
Why would the companions be looking for a verse?
Right now, we're looking for the verse.
We're looking for abrogated. Host, think about it.
Abrogated.
You don't have to read it out loud what you're typing, bro. But host, think about it. We're looking verses that's abrogated right now. By the way, you got background noise. Liv.
Live yours. Can you mute?
Live yours. You got background noise, bro.
Well, the thing is, right, if they know Muhammad did the abrogation, why would they still look for it? If the Prophet himself told them that this verse is abrogated.
Brother, the Prophet is not alive with us. We always have to look for things that's abrogated. We're looking to the sources, the hadith, the isnads,
I'm not saying now, I'm talking about the Umar and the Sahaba. I'm not talking about you and me. Why would the Sahaba look for it if they know the Prophet abrogated?
The Sahaba looking for it?
Isn't Umar one of the companions?
No, did you say the Sahabas are looking for the verse? You just said that, right?
No. Why would they be afraid of people looking for it if they know Muhammad abrogated it?
Who's afraid? Who's afraid that
the community?
Who
right?
are the people looking for it?
The community, right?
But no, the people looking for it are people at the generations after the companions.
Yeah, so it would be the community.
Not the companions.
Let's just read what it's saying here. So here it says here.
Because the companions are alive with the Prophet.
Let's read here. Hold on.
Oh damn, bro! There's so much background noise, man.
You got a loud background.
Brother, you got all sorts of things happening in your life, man.
Don't worry. Look. Let's just read this real quick. Why would the companions still be looking for reciting the verse if it was abrogated during the Prophet's
Wait, were companions looking for it? Where did you get that
no,
from?
we're gonna keep reading. Don't worry, it's gonna help you. Don't worry.
No. You need to substantiate what you're
It's gonna help
searching.
you. No, it's gonna help you. Look, according to Sahih Muslim 1452a, the 5 sucklings verse was the final version revealed. The Hadith explicitly states, "And Allah's apostle died, and it was before that time found in the Holy Quran and recited by the Muslims." The final abrogation or removal of even the 5 sucklings happened so late in the Prophet's life that he died before the change was fully implemented across the community. Many companions were still reciting the 5 sucklings. Okay, so this is helping you right here, you see? So basically what they're saying is that what?
Can you scroll back? Can you scroll back up to the headline, bro?
What?
Let's go up. Let's go all the way up. Don't be afraid. Okay, why would the companions still looking for it? Where did you get that from?
That's what I asked it.
Where did you get it from? You just asking random stuff?
Well, I'm just assuming that the companions would be the ones to be concerned about, but if they're not,
nice assumption. Can you satisfy your assumption?
It's helping you. It's telling you right here. It's saying it's not the companions,
No.
basically. So it's saying that Rabbi, if you would stop laughing, you would see that this is giving you your answer right here, dude. This is actually helping your case.
I wish I had those buttons that you have. Boom. You know that button.
Like, here, I'll do it to myself. Look. Okay, look. Okay, look. There you go. Look. Okay, look. So here, look. It says basically what it's saying is that even though supposedly Muhammad may have abrogated it during his lifetime, that not everybody would have known about that. That's what it's telling you. That makes sense, right?
Companions don't look for things. They're alive with the Prophet, brother.
Okay, but like before the companions got to mass transmit it, basically.
But the companions will still know what the Prophet said and did not say.
Right.
The companions are the ones.
Right. So then I guess Umar is not talking about the companions here. He's talking about
No.
regular people.
He's talking about us, future generations.
Correct. Regular people.
Yeah, because otherwise Umar would be the one that's looking for it himself.
Right, I got you.
Okay, wait, hold on. But then, if that means that everybody in that generation knew about this, right?
Say it again. What did he say? I didn't catch that.
Go ahead, Sword.
I think he doesn't.
Hey, brother, don't be shy, man. To say again.
Don't be shy, brother. Don't be shy. We're here to learn, don't worry.
He's probably talking to somebody, I'm guessing. Sword,
Alright, so have you got a new argument today, bro? Have you got another argument? This one is already dealt with.
I beg you. Look, scary hours.
Look, let's keep reading, guys. Let's keep reading. Look.
Scary hours. Wait. Look, you're not a Christian. Scary hours. Why don't we put up a prompt that says?
No, he's a Christian. He's a Christian.
No, he's not. He's an agnostic.
No, he is. Brother. Last time, I was trying to. I was trying to refute a Christian, and he was helping a Christian.
Yeah, no, that's what he does. I don't know. He has probably some agenda towards Islam.
Yeah, he's Christian.
All right, let's read. So look, I asked it this question: can we prove that Muhammad himself said the verses need to be removed from the Quran while the ruling stands? It says no, we cannot prove it from this narration.
Yes, we can.
Here's what the hadith actually says, and what it.
Wait, what narration?
The one that we just read, the hadith.
Yeah, yes, we can. His own companion said it.
Just hold on a second. It says claim the verse was abrogated. Hadith says yes, the verse was abrogated. It says it was abrogated and substituted. The Prophet personally ordered its removal. No, it does not say that. There is no quote from Muhammad saying remove this verse. The Prophet announced the final abrogation. No, it only says that the abrogation happened, not that it was publicly declared. The ruling remains while the text is removed. It is implied. The Hadith doesn't explicitly say this either. So it doesn't. We're just assuming.
Wait. No, I'm saying I agree with you on a couple of points you made there, like that. There's no quote of the Prophet saying, this abrogating and this and that. But who's better knowing the Prophet than his own companions?
Brother, look, like I said, I don't have a problem with it, right? To me, it's still silly that you would abrogate a text without abrogating the ruling, especially if you want to keep the ruling, right? Why would you abrogate the text? That's the real argument here. So I still want to hear
it's from God's wisdom. It's from God's wisdom.
Watch this, Rabbi. So Zayd bin Thabit, there's a hadith in Muslim Ahmed 21:596 where it clearly says what? Zayd bin Thabit will write down the Quran. They passed over the verse and Zayd said, I heard Allah's Messenger sallallahu alaihi wasallam say, the married old man and the old woman, if they commit adultery, then stone them. Okay? Umar said what? When this was revealed, I went to the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam and said, let me write it. What was the response of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said? Shubayh said what? It was as if the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam disliked that. Yes. Umar said, no doubt.
Yes, this is the one I saw. This
that
is
if an old man, let me finish the narration. I'm not reading from
let's
AI.
put it up.
I gave the source at the beginning. Pay attention.
No, you didn't. It's the only reason I'm letting you.
Muslim Ahmed 21:596. Again.
Okay, hold on. Give me it again. I want to pull this up because I read this one before. What is it?
So it says, no doubt, you see an old man is unmarried. He is merely flawed while youths, let me finish the narration, you clown. While if a youth commits adultery, while married is stoned.
First of all, your mother's a clown. What did he say? What did he say? The source? Because I had read this one before. This is the one where Muhammad said he was sad about writing it down. This is what I was talking about.
He said something about 5196, I think it was.
5196.
Yeah, Muslim Ahmed. And I think get your point across on that. Just just being calm and cordial.
So it clearly says the following. The short to the hadith, it says, when the verse of stoning was revealed, it was memorized, acknowledged, and acted upon by the Prophet ﷺ, as well as the companions, except that he did not have it written in the copies of the Quran. So again, what is your argument again now, host?
I don't know your name again, but I just want to know the source so I can pull it up. I'm not disagreeing with you.
I gave it 3 times. I gave it 3 times.
One last time.
I gave it. You're not going to find it on AI.
Okay, just either way, I just want to have it.
Okay. Give me the big screen. We're going to read the hadith since you have it.
Brother, give me the number, please.
Wait, just give it to him, broski. Just give it to him, and we'll track your fight.
Musnad Ahmed 21596 for the 6th time.
21596. Okay, perfect. Did that hurt?
Did your mother hurt when she pushed your big ass head out of her womb?
Come on.
He's stupid as.
That's not how. Come on, man. We can't do that, bro. Yo, that's crazy.
It's all right. It's all right. Let's read it. Let's read it. Look, he said we weren't gonna find it. It literally comes up immediately. All right,
Host, you see how I'm able to talk to you without cursing you or cussing you?
No, I mean, everybody does, except for he's the only bro. He does this every day, Rabbi. So don't worry.
Brother, we're Muslims, bro. We can't do that, man.
Here, let's read it. Hold on. So this is actually good. It actually has the whole thing right here. Damn, I gotta scroll down more. How can I make this? Okay, here we go. So Harzat ibn As, may Allah be pleased with him, and Zayd bin Thabit, may Allah be pleased with him, were assigned to write the Quranic manuscripts. Isn't this the guy who did it after Muhammad's life? Zayd ibn Thabit? Yeah, that was the guy. That's the guy who.
Yeah, that's who had this.
Yeah.
Oh, the standard Quran. Yeah, the
standard
version
of the Quran.
This is the guy. Okay.
Yeah, one of the companions of the Prophet. Yeah.
So this is gonna be good stuff. Let's see. So, and Zayd bin Thabit were assigned to write the Quranic manuscripts. While writing, when they reached this verse, Harzat Zayd bin Thabit, may Allah be pleased with him, said that I heard the Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him, recite this verse: when any married man or woman commits adultery, then in any case stone them. Upon this, Harzat Umar, may Allah be blessed with him or pleased with him, said that when this verse was revealed, I was present before the Prophet Muhammad, and peace be upon him, and requested that this verse be written for me. But the Prophet, peace be upon him, said, peace be upon him, did not consider it appropriate. Okay. So Hazar Umar, may Allah be pleased with him, further said that the words in this verse, see the word shaykh or sheikh. If any sheikh, elderly man, is not married, then he is to be flogged. And if any young man and married commits adultery, then it's to be stoned. Okay, so this is good. This is good stuff. So this is it. Was this that difficult?
I thought we was done with this a long time ago, man.
No, brother. Brother. This is the thing, right? Like right here, it's actually saying what you were trying to claim, that supposedly Allah. So this is super weird. So basically what he's saying is that Allah revealed the verse to Muhammad. Muhammad reveals it to the companions. Then the companions are like, let's write it down. And Muhammad is like, no, it's not good to write it down. We just need to do it without writing it. That's the claim now, right?
No problem.
All right, let's keep going now. Okay.
Yeah, I brought the Umar one, but it's fine. So yeah, but that's a good one as well. But
no, this one's better. No, trust me, this one's better than the other one. This one's solid.
No problem. Have you got another argument?
How do we find the gradings for this hadith grading? Oh, it's right here. It's in red. That doesn't sound good. Let's see what it says.
Hey, who's farting, fam?
Who's farting about?
That's crazy. That's crazy. Does anybody know how to read Arabic? What does it say right here?
Dar es Salaam. It just says Dar es Salaam.
What does that mean?
Just hadith narration.
But this is the grading.
Dar es Salaam. Go down. What does it say at the bottom?
I'm trying to because my screen is too small. Hold on, let me make it. This is good stuff right here, guys. Right here. This is the grading. That and that.
And scroll down. Yeah. Wait, scroll down a bit. Yeah.
What does that bottom thing say?
Bro, you know you could just search the Google file.
I know, I'm going to. I just thought maybe you guys knew off top. Here, I'm just gonna translate it.
Yeah, I've never seen that hadith, I'll be honest. So I wouldn't know.
Right.
Oh no, not gospel chat GBT.
Dar al-Salam ruling, its narrators are trustworthy. Okay, so does that mean good? Danny, can you come up here and explain to me this? Why doesn't it say Sahih or something like that? Is there a reason? Because you got to be careful with these guys.
Just search Google, fam. Why you got AI?
What do you mean? This is basically Google.
No, bro. Just search Google. Just is it Sahih, and then boom, it'll give you the answer.
Hold on, let's. I don't mind either way because whatever. I know basically when, like, you guys basically just make up hadith just to explain anything away. So that's really.
That's why I'm telling you to search it. I'm literally telling you to search it, bro. Like, am I hiding anything?
No, I'm going to. No, but I'm saying even if it said Sahih, you guys just make that stuff up whenever it doesn't fit your narrative. You get what I'm saying?
No, there are many collections of books, like except for the 6 compilations, but there are other books. So there's about 32, and most of them say Sahih, but it's not really Sahih though. Right. It's Da'if. Yeah, there you go. You got it now.
Yeah, Rijalul Sahih means like the narrators are the same narrators that the Bukhari uses, for example.
Yeah, no, it's rated Sahih. It's rated Sahih, no problem. It's rated Sahih. Okay. All right, so let's keep going then.
You know, when it comes to Sahih Bukhari and Sahih Muslim, you don't need to grade them because they're already graded by the name.
I know that. Those are already Sahih. That's why it's called Sahih. I know that. All right, let's go back to the thing now.
So we said, but you asked a good question. You said, why was it abrogated? I don't think we answered that one for you.
Right.
Well, this is from the wisdom of God. What else can I give you, bro?
From the wisdom of God. so remember, guys. Okay. So Rabbi, hear what my issue is, right? The Quran says it's perfectly preserved, right? Allah will preserve His words, right? Number one, right?
It depends what you mean by that.
Right.
Allah will preserve His word.
I know. I know. But anyway, when we read that the Quran is perfectly preserved, that Allah will preserve His words, we automatically have a vision in our mind of what that probably means, right? We think, oh, wow, like Allah's word is never going to be changed. That's what we think it means, right? You agree with that?
No.
But then, no, I know. I'm not saying that's what it is, but that's what we think. That's what I thought when I first heard that. Okay. I know, supposedly. But actually, you know what? I actually have Muslim friends who thought that too. They thought it meant that there was like one Quran. But anyway, that's what I thought when I first read it. Okay. But then what we actually find is that there's not just one Quran, that there's actually a bunch of variations, and there's actually a bunch of things that get lost. But then you guys say, oh yes, every possible variation or corruption that you could possibly find, those were all done divinely. So then you get put in a scenario where you can't prove perfect preservation anymore. Is that correct?
No, that argument presupposes your conclusion.
So what type of abrogation is not being excused as being done divinely?
Yeah, abrogation are all in the 7 ahrufs or all the 10 variants of the Quran. Mm-hmm. They're in all of it. The same abbreviations, not anything different.
Right. What I'm saying is this, right?
But unless you could show me 115 chapters of the Quran, then I will say, oh, that's a different version of the Quran, like how the Catholics and the Protestants.
That's true.
Let me try to reword what I'm saying here. The Quran makes a claim about perfect preservation, right? My argument is that if I find any evidence at all that could disprove that initial claim, you guys just have a category for that under divinely.
Why don't you do it with me? Go ahead.
Divinely done. Okay,
go ahead.
So for example, if I find a verse that's missing, you guys will say, yes, that's because it's divinely missing, right?
Oh, the recitation, sure, but
yeah.
Okay.
If I find examples of people literally telling you we forgot stuff, you guys will say, yes, because Allah made them forget.
And that everybody forgot the same stuff? All the companions?
I don't know. You tell me.
How do you know your own argument? That's what your argument entails. No, but I'm just asking. Is that your argument?
When I say I don't know, it's not because I don't know. I'm just saying it's irrelevant to my point.
Okay, so you're asking a question. You just get an answer.
Yeah, what I'm saying is this, right? Like I said, there's no type of abrogation that I can find, whether it be forgetting, losing things, right? Different words
I'll give you an
with
example.
Different meanings that you guys don't have an explanation for.
I'll give you an example. Like, you find a hadith where it says, Aisha put a certain verse written in a paper under her pillow, and then a she camel came and ate it.
It was a goat. That's a goat. It was a goat.
Yeah. So those, you find those type of hadiths, right? But then that entails the same, the Camel ate the same verse of everybody else's mushaf.
Here, let me show you something.
If you and I have a book and a she Camel eats my book, doesn't mean it ate your book.
So what is your? So I want to, while Scary's doing that, here is my question. So you agree, you affirm the 7 ahruf and the 10 qirat, correct? You affirm this.
Yeah, I even know another one, which is Amr and Hafs. I know Amr and Hafs off by heart, yeah, but it's the same Quran.
Okay, so
It's
what
just
I
variant.
asked you say, when you say same Quran, if there is a, not dialect, because I won't use the word dialect because that's a misrepresentation. If we show you, or if Scary can show you a bit later, that there is a change in command, there is a difference of symmetry breaker on commands. Does that make it distinct and not the same Quran anymore?
Yeah,
What does he mean by that?
Hold on, Christ. I don't want to run to doing that argument yet, but so what he's just saying is that in the different ahruf and different qira'at, you have words that are different that change the meaning of the verse. That is just simple. And then you guys just say yes because Allah wanted to enrich the meaning. That's your answer for all that stuff.
No, it doesn't change the general meaning, but in the verse, yeah, it changes like the how do I say it?
Yeah, I got you. So look, you have number one, abrogation of the text but not the ruling, right? So if I say to you, hey, why is the text not there but you guys still do it? You say, oh, because Allah commanded it. Allah, this is basically Allah's commandment. God said so.
It's wisdom of God, yeah.
If I say, if the verse is missing from the final Quran, you say Allah said so, right? If I say entire verses were forgotten, you say Allah made them forget, right?
No, we don't say that because we have to satisfy that answer.
Yeah, but the hadith say that Allah makes you forget, and so does the Quran.
Yeah, Allah makes people forget every day. Allah makes me forget right now.
So normally, if I could just forget because I'm just a human and I'm forgetful, the Quran doesn't accept that answer. The Quran says, no, you forgot because Allah abrogated it through your forgetting. You get what I'm saying?
Oh, the verses in the time of the Prophet, yeah, what was abrogated because they're not reciting it anymore. They're just forgetting it.
Right. So I'm just saying, but normally, if somebody said, I forgot a verse and it's not in the Quran, normally somebody would say, okay, you see, so that proves that it's not perfectly preserved.
Yeah, but the forgetting happens while the Prophet is alive because in the Quran, no one's reciting it.
Look, let's keep going.
What? Come on,
you need to learn. That's what I'm saying.
Look, physical loss of verses, right? The sheep incident. Sunan Ibn Majah, per Aisha.
I know that one. Aisha's one.
Aisha ate a verse of the Quran, right? Or a page of the Quran. Okay. And then the Muslims claim this was allowed by Allah, a part of his divine wisdom.
You just said Aisha ate it.
No, Aisha didn't eat it.
It was a sheep ate it, yeah.
Sheep ate it.
Yeah, so in that hadith, does that hadith entail that the sea camel ate all the companions of the verses that they have in the Quran?
That's the thing. It shows that a lot of people didn't have the Quran.
What? A lot of people, only Aisha had it?
Correct.
Only Aisha had the Quran, guys, not the companions.
Yes. Brother, do you think it was easy to write Qurans back then? Do you think everybody just had a notebook?
Only Aisha. So when what's his name? Zayd, when he's compiling the Quran in the first compilation for Abu Bakr, who does he go to? Does he go to Aisha or does he go to everyone else? Oh, you got background noise.
Live yours.
You got background noise after. Yeah, so host, in the first compilation of the Quran, Zayd for Abu Bakr, does he go to everybody else or does he go to Aisha?
Here, look. What verse?
And then, you gotta answer that question.
I'm gonna show you. What verse did Zayd not find with anyone?
No, you just said Aisha
than the only one person. Look,
you're not tracking, host. You just said Aisha is the one with the Quran, right? I said to you, when Zayd is just let me learn. When Zayd is compiling the Quran for Abu Bakr, why doesn't he go to Aisha? Why does he go to all the other companions?
I'm gonna show you right here. Look, the verse that
so Aisha's not the only one with the Quran. Then
I'm gonna show you. Look, the verse that Zayd bin Thabit could not find with anyone except one person is Surat Al-Ahzab. Among the believers are men who have been true to their covenant with Allah. Of them, some have fulfilled their vow, and some of them are still waiting. This verse, he couldn't find it with anyone.
Yeah.
He could only find it
But,
with one
but that's
person.
companion.
How's that possible?
Yes. Yes. So could he find it with Aisha? You made the argument. Aisha's the only. No, host. You have to.
Brother,
you can't just make a claim
my
and move on.
point isn't that Aisha.
That's a different one. That's a different.
My point is that it's possible that some verses are not with everyone, and some verses
but
are
you said
only with
Aisha.
one. Some verses are only found
Yeah,
with
but-
one person. So if
But
it's
host,
found with
host.
only one person, then how do you guys claim mutawatir?
All right, just relax, man. Relax. I
How
get
do you
your
claim
question.
mass transmission? Yeah.
That's how brother, you're strong, man. You don't need to repeat yourself. I understand English perfectly fine.
It's not for you.
If you had
Rabbi, it's
asked
for
the question,
listeners.
okay, I understand. If you asked the question that way, then I could give you a good answer, no problem. But you said Aisha is the only one with a physical copy of the Quran. Can you take that back?
No, because the reason why I say that is because the goat
Alright,
ate
so
it.
why-
The goat
so why is
ate
that
it.
guy
Hold on,
having the
wait.
eyes?
I'm gonna tell you why. Because the goat ate it,
All right.
and it's not in the
Yeah.
Quran now. So it seems to me that when the goat ate it, it was lost. That's
Yeah.
the easiest explanation.
Okay.
So when the
Alright,
goat
so
ate
why
the
does
one
he
copy, it was gone.
Okay, so why does he have something written down that she didn't written down?
Because he knows that he wants to keep the ruling of stoning. That's the whole point here. You got to understand.
So-
Umar, look, let me show you something.
But host, you're not getting what you're saying. I'm saying, why does hear me out? You're saying Aisha is the only one with a physical copy, but I'm saying no. There's other people with a physical copy of the Quran. Do you get it?
Here, look at this. Let me show you something.
Rabbi, you're playing games now. Like he's
Alright,
talking
we
about a
said that,
specific.
man.
He's talking about a specific verse, and you're making it seem like every single Sahabi had all the surahs, all the Quran,
Oh
the full Quran written down.
absolutely not. No, damn it. I would agree with that. That's what I'm saying. If you asked it that way, then I would agree. But before we went there, he said Aisha is the only one that had something written down.
Because you don't have evidence that anybody else
But
did.
can I ask you a quick question?
Yeah, but everybody
Who's-
else
who
did.
is
Everybody
Zayd
else had
ibn
something
Thabit?
written.
Ram, who's Zayd ibn Thabit? Who is this bloke? Can you tell me who he is?
Yeah, he was a scribe for Prophet Muhammad, and I believe he was a cousin of the Prophet.
So look at this. Look at this conversation that happens with Umar and Ubay. Look at this. So Sahih
Yeah.
Bukhari 4481. Umar said, our best Quran reciter is Ubay, right? And our best judge is
Is that
Ali.
Ubayd ibn Ka'ba or is that different Ubayd? Okay, it's a different Ubayd. All right, sure.
No, this is the main Ubay, the goat of
No,
all
it's not.
recitations.
It's
Yes,
not.
it is.
It's-
He's the
it's-
best Quran
no.
reciter. We can look
Is
this
he
up.
brother?
We
Is
can
he
look this up.
Ubayd ibn Ka'b? Host,
show
you're not
you.
listening, brother.
Yeah, I'm gonna show you.
You're not listening. Oh my
I got
goodness.
you. I heard you. I'm gonna look that up. I got you. I'm gonna look that up because I've looked this up before.
Go ahead.
And he is the guy. He's like the dude. He's that guy.
He's Ubayd ibn Ka'b, right? Is what you're saying.
Here, let's see here. Hold on.
You don't know the Sahaba's names, bro, like us.
I don't
Come
have to
on.
memorize them, but I've looked this up before, and I remember whoever this is the main guy.
All right, but go ahead. Regardless, I don't mind. I'll address it. Go ahead.
What Ubay is being addressed here?
Yeah, I know the hadith has nothing to do with his claim, but I let him run anyway because I don't like going too hard on this guy, man.
See, it says right there, Ubay ibn Ka'b.
What is he saying? Oh, Ubayd ibn Ka'b. Okay, Ubay. Okay, sure.
Okay.
It's Ubayd, but sure. Go ahead.
So let's read it. It says,
Yep. He was a prominent Sahabi as well.
No,
Go ahead.
Ubay, Rabbi, not Ubayd.
Yeah, hold on, let me read that. So it says here, who is this guy? Umar. Okay, this is the famous narration where Umar acknowledges that Ubay ibn Ka'b, one of the Prophet's most trusted reciters, had material in his
Can
recitation.
we go to the hadith?
Yeah, I will, but let me just get the context here. That he had material in his recitation that was not included in the final standardized Quran. Ubay was considered by many
Yes.
companions, including Umar, the best reciter of the Quran. He had
Of the
personal
Quran, yes.
codex that contained 116 surahs. Uh-oh.
Yes. So can we go to the hadith? That's what the AI is saying.
So it says here that hadith shows that during the standardization process, some of Ubay's material was deliberately left out. Now I want you to understand this. This happened after the prophet's
no, it didn't. Can we go to the hadith? You're just making that up now.
Okay.
Nice try.
So let's see here. So Umar said, our best reciter is Ubay, and our best judge is Ali. And in spite of this, we leave some of the statements of Ubay. Because Ubay says, I do not leave anything that I have read from Allah's messenger. While Allah says, whatever we abrogate, we cause to be forgotten, and we bring forth a better one. So this is what the excuse that they gave Ubay. Like Ubay was trying to figure out, why are you guys doing this to me right now? I do not leave anything. But he said, I do not leave anything that I have heard from Allah's messenger. Why the hell would I leave it? And the answer they gave him is, well, Quran chapter 2 verse 106 says we can make you forget things, and it no longer applies.
Yeah,
basically.
yeah, he had it written down. Yeah, so he didn't have it. Obviously, the Sahabis, because every Ramadan the angel Gabriel would come down, and I know you don't believe in that, but that's the Muslim epistemology, where angel Gabriel will recite the Quran and up to where it is. And the last Ramadan he recited the Quran to Prophet Muhammad twice, and that was 114 chapters.
The life of the prophet. Let's read this real quick. How do we know when this situation occurred? Was it before or life after the prophet?
I don't know. I don't know what the argument was for this that you brought up, but sure, go ahead.
It says here, we know that this situation, leaving out some of Ubay's recitation, occurred after the prophet's death for the following reasons. Number one, the narrator is Umar ibn al-Khattab. The hadith is narrated by Umar, who only became the caliph in 634, 2 years after the prophet's death. During the prophet's lifetime, Umar did not have the authority to make decisions about what should or should not be included in the Quran. Number two, the language used. Umar says, we leave some of what he recites. The use of we refers to the community leaders making a collective decision after the prophet's death. If this had been happening during the prophet's lifetime, it would have been phrased differently. Example, the prophet himself decided. Very true. Historical context. During the prophet's lifetime, Ubay ibn Ka'b was highly respected. The prophet himself praised him as one of the best reciters. There was no exclusion of Ubay's material while the prophet was alive. The decision to leave out some of Ubay's recitation, specifically the 2 extra surahs, Al-Qal and Al-Haft, happened during the official compilation and standardization of the Quran under Abu Bakr, and especially Uthman in 650. So
yeah, sorry, bro, I was doing something. But yeah, all right. So now I was just doing something. But yeah, so what's your argument from this?
That this proves that they were abrogating stuff after the life of the prophet.
They were abrogating stuff of the life of the prophet after the life of the prophet. Go ahead, show me.
We just did.
Before you show him scary.
Give me a hadith.
Okay, one second, Rabbi, because you do say a lot of stuff. You affirm a lot of stuff, and you don't show anything. Now, you said earlier that the last revision of the Quran with Jibreel, you said that one had 114 surahs. Now, in order for you to prove that, you're gonna have to tell me who is the only one mentioned that he attended the revision. Who was they?
And what do you mean by that?
During that last revision, there was one Sahabi mentioned to be like in attendance. He attended the revision, the last revision, with the Prophet. Which was Ibn Mas'ud.
I can pull up the hadith. I haven't read the hadith. Let me go pull it up now.
Yeah, so the only person mentioned to be there is Ibn Mas'ud, and Ibn Mas'ud's Quran had 112 surahs. So you're gonna have to provide something else to prove that it was 140.
No, that's a claim you're making. Go ahead, prove your claim.
Which claim?
You just said Mas'ud's Quran had 112 chapters. Therefore, what Jibreel was reading in the last revision was 112 chapters. Can you support your conclusion?
No, I didn't say that. I said the only one who was mentioned to be there in a Sahih narration is Ibn Mas'ud. And Ibn Mas'ud known to have
let me read the
Quran
hadith.
112 surahs, right?
Let me read the hadith. Hold on.
Hey, and let me also, while we're here, let's take a quick, let's read this scientific summary. I want everybody to know this, okay? Scientific summary of oral and mass transmission fallibility, okay? Scientific research on human memory and oral traditions reveals fundamental unreliability of both oral and mass transmission claims. Long-term memory is reconstructive rather than verbatim, as demonstrated by Bartlett's 1932 serial reproduction experiments, where repeated retelling rapidly distorts details. The Ebbinghaus forgetting curve confirms that exact wording decays significantly over time without constant reinforcement. Studies of oral epic traditions, Parry and Lord, show that even highly trained reciters improvise and vary performances with each telling. Furthermore, mass transmission to water does not guarantee accuracy. Cognitive science demonstrates that shared errors can spread rapidly through social groups and become stabilized through collective reinforcement rather than corrected. The existence of multiple qira'at, forgotten surahs, and early manuscript variants, despite the claims of widespread transmission, empirically confirms that neither oral nor mass transmission could preserve the Quran in a fixed letter-for-letter form.
Yeah, you know, I like how you read ChatGPT and non-Islamic sources, the claims, but you can never satisfy those claims, though. But it is what it is.
I just want people to know what the science says, because Muslims will make it sound like, oh, oral transmission is so perfect. No, it isn't.
So according to science, Quran is false. Nice.
No, we're just talking about the fallibility of oral transmission.
So why can't you tackle it? Bring up any Islamic source, any Islamic hadith, any Quran verses, something. Just bring up something.
Why would you bring up Islam when Islam is being questioned?
Because that's the question. Because
that's
the question,
circular, brother. That's like me trying to prove the Bible with the Bible.
Did you ask a question? Did you ask a question? So, because that's where the claim is. The claim is outside Islam. Therefore, to support your claim, you'd have to go to the Quran, right? Or you have to go to Islamic sources.
No, but in this case, you're using science to show how you can't memorize things the way you think you could.
So if I said, wait, host, I know you're about to jump in. So Neo, if I said like something like this, for example, well, Thomas didn't do proskyneos to Jesus according to science, then you'd be like, whoa, it's actually in the Bible that he does.
No, but that analogy is not the same. It's not. We're not making a scientific claim to the Bible.
No, he's making scientific claim, internal critiquing eternally to the Quran. So you have to satisfy your internal critique.
Yeah, brother.
You don't know how arguments work.
Let me just read a couple of things. The only reason we're bringing this up, brother, is because when you actually see, I don't know if you've ever seen actual scientists like doing studies on memorization. They show how, like they said, memorization basically reconstructs the things that you thought you remembered.
You have to learn. That's what I'm saying.
For example, there's examples. You can go watch documentaries on this where memorization, for example, let's say if somebody like tries to unalive you, like a year later, you will literally remember different things about that story that never happened. Like you will change the person's description in your mind. That's how memory is. Memory doesn't really work as good as you think it does.
Okay, so watch this. So why are there 200 million memorizers of the Quran in the world today?
There's not.
There is.
No,
you know how many?
There is.
My little brother.
Google. Ask ChatGPT. Ask ChatGPT.
Let me just read this thing here. So look.
No. As you said, no.
Look, brother. Look.
That's the one thing you will search.
Look. Here's a clear breakdown for each major example, explaining why Muhammad could not have been the one who made the decision to abrogate or remove the verse. Number 1, suckling verse, nask al-tila, whatever. What happened? The verse about 10 sucklings was changed to 5 sucklings. Then both versions were eventually removed from the Quran. Why Muhammad could not have made this decision. The Hadith Sahih Muslim 1452a says that the 5 suckling verses was still being recited when the Prophet died. This means the final removal of the text happened so late that he died before the change was fully carried out. There's no narration there's no narration where the Prophet says remove this verse from the Quran but keep the ruling. If he made this decision, it would have been clearly announced and implemented before his death, but it wasn't. Conclusion: the final removal was either done after his death or so late that he could not have overseen it.
All right, so we'll get to that. By the way, Danny, you lied. You said Mas'ud was with the Prophet when the last revision of the Quran happened. You're gonna have to bring me a source for that, please. But yeah,
Ibn Mas'ud. One second. Rabbi Ibn Mas'ud. You can find.
Give me the hadith. Give me the hadith that he was present.
تخريج المسند لشعيب الصفحة أو الرقم 2494. حبيبي, this is the hadith. Abdullah bin Abbas is speaking to some of the tabi'een and asking,
brother, I need hadith and reference.
I'm literally saying the reference. تخريج المسند لشعيب.
No, sorry, bro. I don't accept this. That's not.
All right, guys. All right, that's fine. That's fine. We know what he's doing. Anyway, let's read this Sahih Muslim about the suckling. Look,
we know what you're doing, Danny.
Look, Sahih Muslim 1452a. Aisha, Allah please be pleased with her, reported that it had been revealed in the Holy Quran that the 10 clear sucklings make the marriage unlawful. Then it was abrogated and substituted by 5 sucklings. And Allah's apostle died, and it was before that time found in the Holy Quran and recited by the Muslims.
Yeah, so it was recited in recitation. Sorry, it was abrogated in recitation. Nice.
Yeah. So she's saying that before the Prophet died, the verses in the Quran.
And after he died, it's no longer in the Quran, right?
Correct.
All right, thank you.
So that means it was abrogated after he died.
Nope, it doesn't. Show me that.
It says
nice stretch, but show me that.
Allah's apostle died, and before that time found in the Quran.
Yeah.
So before
and after that, it was not.
So what she's saying is before he died, it was still in the Quran.
Okay, so host, for it to be in the Quran, did it? Hold on. Just okay here. So, sorry, bro, my bad. So, what's going on with the guy? So host, did it depend on the Prophet to pass away for it not to be in the Quran anymore?
What do you mean? Did it depend?
Does the hadith say that it was in the Quran when he was alive? It's no longer in the Quran when he's not alive. So it depends on him living, right?
No, what this shows that it wasn't mutawatir. What this shows, like I showed earlier, that there's some verses that can only be found with certain people. So this,
brother,
like, let's go back to that. Actually, I'm glad that you brought
that
up.
No,
don't run. Yeah. No, let's go back to that.
Don't run. He's running. He's running again.
Where'd
I'm
that
telling you,
go?
you always get
Host,
stuck.
that's why I said you have to learn. Host.
Why do you always get stuck with me, host? I don't get it. He always gets stuck and runs.
That's what I told him. He has to learn. He has to learn.
This is the guy that pretends he's winning the argument?
Yes.
What do you mean this guy is
you know him already, Dio. He does it every time.
Yeah, bro. He starts to laugh and
well, I'm not the one. I'm not the one making him run from his own argument.
Look. What
He's
is
the one running. And Neo, don't you worship a Jewish man?
Zayd only found a certain. I'm glad you brought me back to this certain verse.
I don't know. I don't know why Christians worship Jews, but it's sad, man.
Here, let's read this.
Go ahead.
What hadith says that Zayd only found a certain verse with one person? Sahih Bukhari 4986. Here we go.
Bro, he brought up 5 arguments and I made him run from each one. This is crazy.
I'm running so hard. Look at this. Sahih Bukhari 4986.
Yeah, we're gonna run.
Look.
Go ahead.
Zayd ibn Thabit said, when we collected the Quran during the caliphates of Abu Bakr, I did not find the verse from Surah Al-Azab except with Kuzmaya bin Thabit.
Khuzaymah, yeah, ibn Thabit, yeah. It was with
How did that happen?
Yeah.
How did that happen?
Yeah,
so he was looking for the verse. He couldn't find this verse with anybody except for one person. How did that happen?
You could go to the you could go to the hadith and it will tell you how that happened.
Okay.
Literally.
Let's read it. I like that.
Go to the hadith. Yeah.
This one right here, right?
Yeah.
All right, let's read
it's nice and simple.
Let's read it. Virtues of the Quran.
You know where it's hosted. What host? Before you stop. You know, when other Muslims are here and I'm not here, right? You always hammer them down on the same point. But when it comes to me, you have to change your argument.
No,
it has to.
you want me to be honest with you, Rabbi? What's happening is that you're a charlatan.
Not true, brother. Yes.
What does that
exactly
mean?
That.
You know what a charlatan? It means you have no shame. So
You
like,
have
What do you
honor.
mean by have no shame?
like you don't like I could catch you in a lie and your mind doesn't even like you don't even you're just like whatever. Next question.
So
like,
why
it
don't you
just-
show me
it
the
goes
lie?
over.
So why don't you show me the lie?
I'm showing.
Why are you running
I'm-
away?
We're,
If you
we're
host,
literally
if you have
showing
the
you
truth,
one by one.
host, if
We're
you have
literally, like,
host,
look,
hear me
like,
out, hear me out.
No, I'm gonna go. Look,
Wait,
my
wait,
claim here.
just
Look, let me just say
go.
this. Let me just
Go
say
ahead.
what my claim is here, right? Is that the Quran is not as massively transmitted as you guys make it seem. That's my claim.
No problem. So host,
and we can prove
okay,
that
perfect.
because look, and we can prove that because when Zayd ibn Thabit was looking for verses, there are certain verses that he only found with one person. So
All right,
now,
so host, just
if the entire
all right, just
Quran
say
is
you said you
mass-
said something. I'll have to
so
respond.
again, so if the entire Quran is massively transmitted, how could that situation ever be possible where he only finds certain verses with one person?
Okay, so host, remember this though. If you have the truth, why can't you show the truth? Why do you have to run away from your own truth? Maybe it's because it's a lie that you have to run.
We already showed you the truth. Zayd ibn Thabit
This is
said I
sad.
only found it with one person. How does that happen?
Shouldn't you hammer down the truth if you have a verse and it's the truth, or if you have a source and it's the truth? Shouldn't you hammer
Yeah,
me
Rabbi,
down on it?
hammer
Why do you have to
down.
run?
Hammer it down for me.
Yeah, but why do you have to run?
How did
You
how
even
did
said it
Zayd
yourself.
ibn Thabit? No, we're not running. This is the question. How
All
is
right.
it possible
All right.
that Zayd
You're
ibn
gonna-
Thabit found a verse only with one person? How did that happen?
All right, perfect. But don't run from it.
We're
Stick
not
to
running.
this one now.
We're
This is a
literally
beautiful
we've
one.
been here. We've been here the whole time.
No, you
he's-
brought this one up
he's
now. But I'm just saying,
delusional.
don't run from this one. You have a good argument right now, but don't run from it when I push you back on it. So go ahead, make your case.
Is this his way of like trying to control the conversation?
I Jew worshipper, behave.
Yeah, he is. He's
All right,
trying to.
so
He's trying to like position himself differently. Let's see. Let's read it.
All right, go ahead. Go ahead.
So Sahih Bukhari 4986 narrated Zayd bin Thabit, the guy in question.
Yeah.
Abu Bakr as-Sadiq sent for me when the people of Yama had been unalived, or Yamama, when had been unalived in a number of the Prophet's companions who fought against the Muslima. I went to him, and you're going to see there's a couple of different ways how this proves no man's transmission, right? So a number of the Prophet's companions who had fought against Muslima, I went to him and found Umar bin al-Khattab sitting with him. Abu Bakr then said to me, Umar has come to me and said, casualties were heavy among the Qur'an of the Quran, those who knew the Quran by heart, on the day of the Battle of Yamama, and I am afraid that more heavy casualties may take place among the Qur'an on other battlefields, whereby a large part of the Qur'an may be lost, or the Quran may be lost. Therefore, I suggest to you, Abu Bakr, order that the Quran be collected. I said to Umar, how can you do something which Allah's apostle did not do? Uh-oh.
Yeah, because there was no full manuscript of the life of the Prophet, because he hasn't passed away for it to be a full manuscript. Sure, go ahead.
This is already what are you talking about? This is after
Brother,
Muhammad's
if
death.
the Prophet... No, he's saying, why are we going to do something that the Prophet himself did not do? Meaning, when the Prophet is alive, there can't be a full... there's noise.
You think the Prophet is alive right here?
Just listen. Does the hadith say that what's his name again? Abu Bakr. Does he ask why should we do something the Prophet didn't do?
Does Abu Bakr ask that?
Yes.
This is Umar. This is what's his name? Thabit. This is Zayd.
That's Umar. Umar is saying something to Abu Bakr. Abu Bakr says, why should we do something that the Prophet himself didn't do? Brother, can't you read? Like, come on, man.
Wait, first of all, why does it matter who's talking here? Anyway, they're saying Muhammad didn't do
because it matters on the argument. Is this guy okay?
He's saying
So-
he's saying Muhammad didn't do it.
Yes, meaning when the
let's read again.
wait, hold. All right, go ahead. Read it again.
Look, Zayd ibn Thabit is the one speaking. He says Abu Bakr sent for me, so meaning Zayd. So Abu Bakr sent for Zayd when the people had been unalived.
Yes.
Right? A large number of companions were unalive, whatever. Abu Bakr said to me, Zayd ibn Thabit, Umar has come to me and said casualties were heavy among the Quran reciters. And I'm afraid that more heavy casualties may take place among the Quran reciters, whereby larger the Quran may be lost. Therefore, I, meaning Zayd ibn Thabit, suggest to you, Abu Bakr, that you order that the Quran be collected. And I said,
no, hold on. Scroll back up. Scroll back up. All right. So no, scroll back up a bit more. Yeah, and find Abu Bakr ibn. Okay, I'll find Abu Bakr ibn Khattab, right? And Abu Bakr was with him. Sorry, Umar. He found Umar ibn Khattab.
Yeah, sitting with Abu Bakr.
Right. Yeah, and Abu Bakr said to me, Umar, see, who's he talking to?
No, this is still.
Who's Abu Bakr talking to?
Zayd ibn Thabit.
No, it says right there. Abu Bakr said to me, Umar, come to me and said,
I can't see. This is what you see what's in quotations?
Yeah, I can't see the full screen in it. I can only see half of your screen.
Yeah, this is saying what Abu Bakr was saying to Zayd.
Yeah, but I can only see half of your screen.
It's fine, but look, Abu Bakr said to Zayd that Umar has come to me and said casualties were heavy among.
Yo, but Scary, find out if Muhammad was alive or dead during this time.
Wait. Hold on.
We know he was.
Hold on. What does it say that Abu Bakr said to me, right?
Abu Bakr said to Zayd that Umar has come to me and said the casualties were heavy among the Quran.
So Umar is saying this to Abu Bakr. Right?
Yeah, so
okay.
So Umar said that the casualties were heavy among the Quran reciters who knew the Quran by heart.
Yeah.
On the day.
And what does Abu Bakr say?
On the day of the Battle of Yamama.
And what does Abu Bakr respond to Umar?
Hold on, I'm getting there. On the day of the Battle of Yamama, and I'm afraid that more heavy casualties will take a plus among the Quran reciters on the other battlefields, whereby a large part of the Quran may be lost. Therefore, I suggest you, Abu Bakr, order that the Quran be collected. I said to Umar. So Umar said this to Abu Bakr.
Yes, and now Abu Bakr is responding, right?
I'm with you. I said to Umar, how can you do something which Allah's apostle did not do?
Yes.
Umar said, by Allah, that is a good project. Umar kept on urging me to accept his proposal till Allah opened my chest for it, and I began to realize the good in the idea which Umar had realized. Then Abu Bakr said to me, you are a wise young man.
That's to Zayd now. To Zayd. He said it to Zayd now. Yeah.
Yep. You're a wise young man, and we do not have any suspicion about you. And you used to write the divine inspiration from Allah's messenger. So you should search for the fragmentary scripts of the Quran and collect it in a book.
Yes.
By Allah.
So wait. Before.
Look.
No, hold on. Just to
this is my favorite part. Wait, brother. This is my favorite part of the hadith.
All right, sure.
Zayd answers, by Allah, if they had ordered me to shift one of the mountains, it would not have been heavier for me than this ordering to collect the Quran.
Yeah. So. Yeah, he's making a point. He's saying he's saying this is heavy duty, but I'm gonna do it.
Why? He could have just went to his next door neighbor. He could have just asked the guy next to him. He could have just asked everybody who supposedly was there.
No, that's an assumption.
How?
But because it says fragmentary, brother.
Correct.
It doesn't say that anybody has.
That means the Quran was only found on fragments. There wasn't no mutawatir.
Yeah, because not everybody has it written.
How is it possible? This was like only like a year.
Hold on, before we go there.
How did they lose all the Quran already? Where it's only on fragmentary pieces?
You see, host. You say you have. Hold on. You say you have the truth, but you can't deal with it. So here.
Oh, here's guys going posturing again, bro.
I do worshiper.
Brother, you're posturing again, bro. Just stick to the argument.
Hold on, host. Do they say to Zayd that they do not have suspicions and they give him a full authority to do this?
Yes.
Okay, I don't want you to take it back later, okay? You said yes. Perfect.
No, wait. Wait, stop. Are you trying to claim that I have to say he's trustworthy?
No, I'm saying according to the hadith. Obviously, you don't believe this, the whole hadith of the Quran Islam. You don't believe in it, but you're critiquing me, right? So, okay. Here, when they gave him a full authority, they said to him, collect the fragments. He's doing the fragment. He's collecting the fragment. That entails not everybody has the whole Quran written, correct?
Exactly.
Okay. We know that already. What's wrong with this guy?
Yo, can we know if Muhammad was alive or dead during this hadith?
Look at this.
So keep going.
Hold on. Look at this. Do you think that he was only collecting from written stuff?
No, absolutely not.
So then
It
why are you
says three
saying that?
things.
So then why are you saying that?
Because it says right there in the hadith, it says in the hadith, collect the fragments, and you see it as it's also fragments in
What does that
memorization.
mean? I want to
But
know,
if he was,
Rabbi.
but
What does that
wait,
mean?
but if he was also collecting stuff from memory, then why
Yeah.
couldn't he just done that for all the verses?
Yeah, because somebody can have a fragment of the Quran memorized.
So they didn't trust the memorization?
What do you mean by that? It says he collected 3 ways of the Quran. He collected memorizations, like those who had like certain chapters memorized, those who had certain verses written on a stone or on a paper or something.
Right, brother, but if everybody was reciting the Quran and correcting each other and they used to recite it daily, why couldn't he have just gotten and said, hey, the Quran that you guys have all been repeating every single day, just repeat it to me
Wait,
right now?
what? Everybody, yeah, but all these collections happened after the life of the Prophet.
Right? This happened. Oh, you just admitted this happened after the life of
What's
the
wrong
Prophet.
with this guy?
He just admitted it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Neo.
Yeah. He
Neo,
thought he
just
was alive
admitted
during
it.
this
He just
hadith.
admitted it.
Yeah.
The whole
Yeah.
argument.
That's right. It's in that's right in the hadith. It says collecting
He just
fragments of
admitted
the Quran.
it. He just
But wait,
admitted
Wait, Scary. Why are they saying fragments,
on,
Rabbi? I want to know.
No,
So
wait,
what am I admitting?
Neo. We came here and I asked him that I told him that this was after the life of the Prophet. And he said, prove that through the hadith. And now he just admitted it. This is after
Wait,
the
what?
life of the
Say it again.
Prophet.
Say it again. Say it again.
Yeah. You just proved it.
What
You
did he
just
say?
gave
Say
me
it
the
again.
whole argument. You just gave me the whole
Yeah.
argument.
So did you go to this? Remember, I said to you, stick to one argument at a time. So
Oh, here we go.
here is this hadith showing compilation of the Quran and the last verse found with one guy? Is that why you brought us here or no?
This is from one guy. Yeah, exactly. Why wasn't this
Thank you.
mass
So
translated?
why are
Wait,
you
no,
bringing
no.
aside
So
comments?
you're trying to make
You
points.
said, well, your answer was that because this was during the life of the Prophet. That's
Right.
what your answer was.
Right.
Wait, what? That
Oh
guy
my
having the
God.
last
You
verse
for
of
real,
the
bro?
Quran.
I
Wait, who's
cannot
talking?
wait to
Somebody's
clip this.
talking.
Hold on a second. 2
Somebody's
hours and
talking.
20
Somebody's
minutes.
talking.
Yo, are you seriously gonna say you didn't say he
Hold
was
on,
alive
hold on. I
during
need
this
to be
hadith?
able to speak. I need to be able to speak. So,
2 hours.
host,
Hold on.
are you?
Nah, you have to concede on that, bro.
I need
Please.
to be. I need to be able to
Go
speak.
ahead.
Neo,
Go
you're a
ahead.
Jew.
Don't worry,
You're a
I'm
Jew
gonna clip-
worshipper.
It's fine.
just
I'm gonna clip
relax.
this. I'm gonna clip this. Don't worry.
All right. So listen, host. You're not proving anything. So the fragment this guy has in the Quran, does he have it after the life of the Prophet, or does he have it when the Prophet is alive?
After.
After. Thank you. So what are you talking about?
Brother, simply.
So when did I say
again,
he had it in the life of the Prophet?
Like I said, I asked you earlier.
Yeah.
How is it possible that when Zayd was asked to compile the Quran, how is it possible that he could find some verses only with one person, right? And your answer was, yes, because this was during the life of the Prophet, and therefore it did not have a chance to be mass transmitted. That was your answer, basically.
What? I never said that. Is you okay? When did I say that? Repeat it.
That's what I
Play
remember.
it back. Play it back right now.
I can't play it back right now. I'm gonna play it back.
There
later.
you go.
I'll
There you
tag
go.
you. I'll tag you when I clip it. I'll tag you.
Because I would never say that. Compiling the Quran.
No problem.
Just
no
hold
problem.
on. Just
Keep
listen.
reading.
Just listen. If you said that Zayd compiled, compiling the Quran, that entails already that the Prophet has long passed away. Why would I say that they had it in the life of the Prophet? Are you making sense?
Just remember, I'm gonna tag you. Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna. Don't worry. I'll clip you too. Don't worry.
So
Go
let's
ahead.
actually wait. You said this is a long time after.
No, it's 2 years after the life of the Prophet.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm saying after a long time. After time has passed. Is you okay?
And wait, are the fragments written or they memorized?
So anyway, let's get to the guy having that last verse of the Quran. Let's get to the arguments, man.
Yeah. So just to be clear, so far what we see is that not everybody had a full copy of the Quran.
Yes,
right?
fragments.
Okay. It was only Everybody had bits and pieces.
But can we clarify what are the fragments? Are they written or recitation?
He was saying the hadith.
Some of them are written. Yeah, some of them are written.
Okay.
Here,
we haven't got there yet.
Look, it would have been heavier for me than this ordering to me than collect the Quran. Meaning, moving a mountain, he said, would have been easier than to collect the Quran at that time. Just 2 years after Muhammad's death,
Yeah,
it was already that hard to find the Quran fully preserved.
What?
Crazy.
No, he's saying the task is heavy. Is you okay?
Crazy. All right, let's keep
Is
reading.
the task? Yeah, like anybody.
me,
Host.
brother.
Wait. Hold on. Let me just say something. Same way, if somebody asks you, be like a secret service, guard the president, you would say this task is heavier for me than
Brother, if the
moving a
narrative,
mountain.
if the narrative that Muslims claim that the Quran was memorized by everybody in town, he could have just went next door and said, "Yo, read me your Quran."
Nobody makes that claim. You
Rabbi,
make
you
that
see
claim.
how the
Alright,
hadith
so
is...
can we get to the
Rabbi,
hadith,
Rabbi,
man? Can we get to the
according to the
argument?
hadith, Rabbi, according to the hadith he has on the screen, what is Zayd bin Thabit talking about in this hadith? What happened to the majority of the reciters, host?
They got unalived
When?
at the Battle of Yamama.
And when did this battle take place?
I don't know, around that time.
You don't know.
Here we go. Here we go. Bringing up stuff, irrelevant stuff.
Bringing up
just
stuff?
to-
I just refuted you
just
with your
to
last
prove
source.
that I'm not
I
a
got the
Muslim.
recording of you running
Everybody knows
to
I'm not a
Google
Muslim.
when I gave you the source.
Why are you trying to prove that I'm not a Muslim?
Bro
I
is
know I'm
trying to
not a
test you on
Muslim.
every
know
little
I'm not a
I didn't say
Muslim.
he was a Muslim. I'm not trying to prove
okay.
it.
Makes nothing
What
to
I'm
do with the
proving is
Why
your
are you
ignorance.
bringing
So
that
how
up?
long?
No, he said no, host. He's bringing it up to say that memorizers of the Quran were on a battlefield. You
We
know.
know that. We do
Yeah.
know
Okay,
that.
no,
But
no, no.
what
When
I'm-
did this
what
battle
I'm- what
take
I'm
place,
having-
host?
Look, let me.
When did the battle take place?
Let me. Okay, I'm gonna drop you again because you're not tracking.
Wait, why does that matter when the
You're still
battle
not
took place?
He's still not tracking. Look, he's
A
still
straight
not tracking.
bitch, bro.
Look, he's still not tracking. Let me know when you're tracking, and then you can join the conversation. Whenever this battle took place, there was verses that he only found with one person. So even though there were heavy casualties at the Battle of Yamama, whatever, he says, I fear that in later battles, we will have more heavy casualties, which implies that there was still a bunch of people who memorized the Quran still, who had the Quran memorized. So why is he filing some verses only with one person?
Yeah, because that person had it written down and everybody else didn't.
It's not about written down because he's even collecting stuff from people's memory and he still only finds it with one person.
Yeah, but
That's
he
what I'm
but
trying to
he
explain
goes.
to you.
Yeah, but the people he goes. Remember, you said that there was intel that a lot more people had memorized the Quran because they would take more casualties. This entails that even the people he went to for memorizing the Quran only memorized some parts of the Quran, right?
Correct.
Thank you. So what's your
That
argument,
means
bro?
the Quran was not mass transmitted.
Mass transmitted by memory?
Correct.
Okay.
Or any,
So
it
what's
wasn't, no, it wasn't mass transmitted by memory or writing. It wasn't transmitted in any way. They had to find bits and pieces with different people in different methods.
Okay, I like this. Watch this, everybody. Watch this. When he compiled the Quran, who did he give the compilation to?
When who compiled the Quran?
Yeah, here in this hadith. When he compiles it, who does he give it to?
If I remember correctly, is this the one that was given to
Abu Bakr,
or
right?
Aisha or somebody?
No,
Like,
Abu Bakr.
under
It's,
their bed?
no, it's Abu Bakr first, and then Umar, then Hafsa.
Okay.
So Abu Bakr has this Quran, right?
Sure.
Okay. Why didn't Abu Bakr reject it?
Because it was all he got left. This is the best they could do. What else are you gonna do?
That's your answer?
Zayd is literally telling you, bro. I don't know where I'm gonna find the whole Quran. I'm gonna be honest with you.
So-
he
so
got the best.
that's your answer?
He got the best that he could. How can Abu Bakr reject that? That's the best they got at that point.
So that's your answer. It's the best they got. So I'm saying Abu
Yeah.
Bakr. Why didn't Abu Bakr say, yo, you know what? I'm not familiar with this, or I'm familiar with this. Why didn't he reject it? Why did he accept
Because
it?
you just said if everybody didn't have the whole Quran memorized and everybody didn't have a copy of the Quran, then he
Yeah.
has no leg to stand on to reject the whole Quran that
nope.
Zayd went around and found from different
Wait,
people.
why would he say he's unfamiliar to it?
Because it says in the hadith that he and Umar gave full authority to Abu Zayd, to Zayd, sorry. So Abu Bakr and Umar was familiar with the Quran by giving him authority for this, to do this task?
No.
No? So why did they give him top? Why did,
Bro, this
why
guy's so
did they give him
confusing, bro.
authority
Like
to do it?
it's like,
Don't even try to follow him because he does it.
bro, he tries to be confusing and like puts you in some
I
place
do
that makes no
worship- I do
sense,
worship
and then
him.
he's
I
like,
do
"Oh, I
worship
got you, bro."
I do worship. I know your God is circumcised, but behave. So
Who said I'm a Jew worshiper,
You
brother?
guys love the Jews just as much as Christians do, bro.
no, we don't worship them.
You took their
We don't
whole
worship them.
X-Men versus Capcom.
No, we don't worship them. All right, host, we don't worship them. Don't go there. We don't say our God is circumcised and came out of the vagina.
here we
of
go.
man.
This guy's
made
being
up their own
disrespectful now.
thing, dude. He's fine.
Yeah.
He'll be
So,
alright.
yeah. So anyway,
Umar and Abu Bakr give him authority to do this. Therefore, they trust his word. Therefore, they memorize the Quran. They know what he's going to produce. Correct?
What?
Do
what
Umar
the hell kind of conclusion is that? First of all, Omar and Abu Bakr is already two people, right? That's already two witnesses.
Yes.
Right? If they had the Quran memorized, he could have just went to them and said, "You guys are my two witnesses."
But do they? But what? He's not tracking. But
Stop the
that guy's not.
What the hell? So you're saying that they had the Quran memorized, right? They were already two witnesses, two important people, but he was like, "Don't find it from us. Go find it other places. Don't worry about it."
Yeah. The reason why I'm saying that, because remember, my conclusion is supported by the hadith, host, but your conclusion ain't. But my conclusion follows from the hadith. He compiles the Quran. No. He compiles the Quran, gives it to Abu Bakr. Abu Bakr gives it to Umar. Umar gives it to Hafsa, and then to Uthman. Like he's going past everyone.
Host.
Here, let's
host.
and
Nobody has contention with it. Why did Abu Bakr not say anything about the compilation of what Uthman orders Zayd to do? I would suppose, since Uthman and Zayd were not one of the four that Muhammad specifically instructed that if there was going to ever be a compilation of the Quran to be, it would be these four. I would say because Uthman and Abu Bakr were part of the first Rashidun Caliphate, Abu Bakr didn't say anything because it corroborated his position so they can continue to be the Caliphates, which evidence that it's not.
But nice conclusion. Nice conclusion. But you're using your conclusion to support your conclusion.
I'm using the quite literal history and the hadith to support my conclusion. What's your refutation to it?
Host.
What's your refutation to it?
I host. There's something you're gonna agree with, host here. Sword brought up a very good point, host. Do you agree that Zayd compiled the Quran at least in the life of the companions, not in the life of the Prophet? No problem, but in the life of the companions.
Irrelevant to the folks that Muhammad instructed
can you answer the question,
the
host?
Quran. What's your evidence to refute my position?
Host. I'm just trying to show you something. Do me and you agree, according to the hadith, that Zayd compiled the Quran at least in the life of in the life of Abu Bakr and Umar? At least.
No.
Did he not compile it?
No, he didn't. What he
did in the hadith. Bring the hadith back.
I'm gonna explain to you.
No. Bring the hadith.
I'm gonna tell you. No, because I got to be careful with your words. He compiled something. We don't know if it was the
he compiled a full manuscript, sir.
We don't know. He compiled what he found that was left of the Quran. We don't know if that was the full Quran.
All right, no problem. Okay, watch this. No problem. In Uthman's standard Quran, was the Quran standardized in full compilation?
No. He made
so what was it
up.
standardized in?
What I'm trying to explain to you is, like I just said, they found the best that they could find. Whatever they found,
Go back
to the hadith.
Go back to the hadith.
This is what we got.
You
Here, let me read something to you.
No. You say you have the truth, but you're a liar. Go back to the hadith.
Let me read something to you.
No. Go back to the hadith. You see how you're gonna run? I told you stick to your argument. Go back to the hadith.
I gotta make this point because I'm gonna forget it. Look.
He's gonna run again.
So I asked ChatGPT so I don't forget myself these things.
Gospel ChatGPT,
right? Or this is Grok actually.
Gospel ChatGPT.
So it says, my friend claims that Umar and Abu Bakr had the Quran memorized, but for some reason they asked Zayd to find the Quran from other than them, and he says that then Zayd says that he can't find verses with other than one person. So here it says here's the clear, strong response you can give to your friend. We're friends now, Rabbi. Counter argument. Your friend's claim actually hurts the preservation argument more than it helps. Here's why. Why did Abu Bakr ask Zayd to collect the Quran if he and Umar already had it memorized? Right? This is the key point. If Abu Bakr and Umar truly had the complete Quran perfectly memorized, there would have been no need to launch a major collection project involving written fragments and searching among the people. The fact that they felt the need to collect it from multiple sources, written pieces, and people's memories shows that they were not confident that the Quran was fully and accurately preserved in the memory alone, even among the top companions. Number 2, the hadith about finding one verse with only one person. This refers to Sahih al-Bukhari 4986, where Zayd ibn Thabit says, when we collected the Quran, I did not find the verse from Surat al-Ahzab except with Khuzamaya ibn Thabit. This is very damaging to the preservation claim because Zayd was actively searching among the companions.
Okay,
hold on.
brother,
Even
you're just reading a lot of things, man. Come on,
real quick. Even though Abu Bakr and Umar had it memorized, this particular verse was only found with one single person. This shows that not all the verses were widely memorized or widely written down. Exactly.
You just read. Yeah, nobody cares about what God says. But hold on, I want to respond.
I just want to establish.
I want to respond though. He's talking. Look. Why is it? Oh, hold on. Host. I need to be able to get a word. Why is it you and the Christians coming at me, but you can't by yourself come at me?
Oh, brother.
So
I don't claim to be some sort of a genius or anything like that. I know that, especially when you're doing live debates, bro. Like sometimes I can't even track my own argument.
Can we go to the hadith, host? Because I'm waiting for you to go back to the hadith.
Hold on. Let me just finish reading this. If the Quran was perfectly
brother, are you
preserved,
just gonna read? I haven't got much time, bro. Can you just go back to the hadith? Nobody cares about what God says.
I want to let the clock run.
Why? Because Grok is Jewish?
So I could win.
Yeah.
You have no arguments.
And you're still not providing adequate attestation to my claim, sir. In fact, you're just running from what I said.
Can we finish the hadith? I want to be able to finish the hadith, bro, because I told you, let's finish the hadith.
Don't worry, we're going to do part 2 tomorrow. Don't worry.
No. Here, okay, let me just show this bit here. Host, just this bit, and then I'm going to close the hadith. That's it. This is the same. Yeah, this is the same hadith we was on, right? So you know I'm not lying, right? Okay, when you go down here. By the way, I just have a follow-up question to this, okay? Here.
That's what I'm saying. Scary hours. You have to learn.
Check this. So check this. Then here at the bottom. Then the complete manuscript of the Quran remained with Abu Bakr after the compiled.
Wait, hold on. I'm sorry. I wasn't paying attention. Bring it back. I'm sorry. I looked away for a second. Go back.
Yeah. So when he connected the last verse you were saying about the guy, then here the complete manuscript copy of the Quran remained with Abu Bakr till he died, then Umar, then Hafsa, then daughter of Umar.
Hey, host.
Yeah,
hey,
here.
Host, hey.
But no. I have a follow argument. Hold on.
Can you open my
I just have a follow-up question. I have a follow-up question, bro. I have a follow-up question. Remember I said I have a follow-up question. Host, remember I said I had a follow-up question when I showed that one?
Yeah.
All right, so here now we see. I'm just saying, if you don't agree with this, fine. I'm saying in the life of his companions, the Prophet's companions, at least. Hold on, just listen, bro. Just let me land. At least a complete manuscript of the Quran was done in the life of Abu Bakr and in the life of Uthman. Christians, can you show me a full manuscript in the life of the companions of Jesus?
Brother, but that's not what's being called into question, which is why you're trying to bring in Christians. We're calling into question what he collected, whether or not that was the full Quran or not. That's what we're asking. We know
that's also he collected the Quran. What's the issue?
That's also what they could find, and then they called that the Quran. But we don't know if that was the original Quran.
No, they collected everything.
And besides, Rabbi, that's irrelevant.
So why would there be a complete
Quran? Rabbi, let him go. Go, citizen.
All right, so we know that Abu Bakr gave it to Hafsa, correct, Rabbi?
No, he gave it to Umar.
No, Omar gave it to Hafsa, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, so when Hafsa passed away and returned to her house, I can't see it because I'm whatchamacallit. Basically, this verse, my contacts are messing up. Basically, this verse is saying that they burnt Hafsa's Quran.
Yeah, under whose authority?
What verse?
Yeah.
Hold on, Rabbi. He's showing something on the screen and saying that Hafsa's manuscript was burned. I want to know under whose authority?
Does it matter?
It does matter. What do you have on your screen if it doesn't matter?
So the problem is he said, hey,
under whose authority?
Relax, man. He's saying that we still have the Abu Bakr's Hafsa's manuscript, but we don't.
I never said that. What?
So, Rabbi, he has something. Rabbi, wait a second. He has something on the screen that said that Hafsa's manuscript was burned, and that Marwan burned it. Under whose authority, citizen?
Does it matter?
It doesn't matter.
Quran is burned.
Okay, under whose authority?
Are they ever going to tell you whose authority they're burning?
I don't know. I actually know the source where you got that from.
Guys, everybody stop it.
I actually know the source where you got that from. It's not even authentic, boy.
Okay. So again, do you disagree with the statement or do you agree that it's weak?
No, I'm disagreeing with the statement and that it's weak.
No, it's fine.
Okay, so why are you asking under whose authority?
No, because he came up on the big screen thinking he can prove something. When I asked him under whose authority, he couldn't answer the fucking question.
Do you mean that according to the hadith, whose authority?
No,
or
according to what he has on his screen. I asked him under whose authority.
Boy, relax, boy.
So you're just asking him if the hadith is weak or strong. That's what you're asking.
What hadith is he showing?
No, he's not even asking that.
What hadith is he showing on the screen?
Let me ask.
Go ahead.
So
what hadith is he showing on the screen?
Go ahead. Hold on. He's answering you. Go ahead, brother.
So what he's saying is who made it? Who told them to burn the Quran?
Right. That is
no. I'm asking you, who told Marwan to burn Hafs's manuscript?
That's exactly. You just repeated what he just told you, dude.
Now I'm asking him who.
Yeah.
Under whose authority?
You're repeating. You're just repeating
under whose authority do Marwan do this?
Does it really matter? He did it.
Now he's saying it doesn't matter, so he has no argument.
Here, let's read it.
But wait, it's Scary House. It's fine. Even if they burned it, it's cool. So what?
No, but he's saying he didn't burn it. So let's read it. Let's just read it. Hold on.
No, they're saying that. They know.
Brother, is this the hadith you want me to read on the screen? It's
Kitab
go ahead, whatever. Okay. So narrated Abdullah Muhammad bin Auf narrated to us. Abu al-Yaman narrated to us. By the way. Shub narrated to us, Zuri, who informed me that Salim bin said, goddamn, that Marwan used to send to Hafsa requesting the manuscript from which the Quran was copied. But Hafsa refused to give it to him. Salim said, when Hafsa passed away and we returned from her burial, Marwan sent someone to Abdullah bin Umar requesting that he send him those manuscripts. Abdullah bin Umar sent them to him and Marwan ordered that they be shredded. Why would he do that?
Okay, again, under whose authority?
Hold on, read it.
Hold on, let me finish. Marwan said, I only did this so that no one would remain with anything on this matter in their heart in the future.
Okay.
Wow.
Again, my question still remains. Under whose authority?
Or say, or say that there was something that was not written. Wow. Okay. So again, he says, so according to this, before we get to your claim, hold on a second. What
claim is a question.
Sure. Before we get to that question is, what he's saying is, I had to delete this copy because it contradicts the one we currently have. Oh
yes.
My God.
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying the man, all these man worshippers, they have to learn.
Oh my. So wait. So he burned the one that Abu Bakr created.
I cannot wait to post this clip.
Yes.
Is that correct?
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah. So again, Marwan, to the host and citizen.
Yeah.
Under whose authority did Marwan do this?
The government. The government.
Okay, name the government.
Yeah. Did Marwan do it?
Doesn't matter what government.
Name it.
Name it. Irrelevant.
The Illuminati did it.
I'm clipping this. The guy cleared the host. I'm clipping this. The host said the Illuminati.
He just trying to muddy
was the government that ordered Marwan to do this. I'm clipping you and I'm tagging you in this clip.
It was the Jews. All right. Now
prove that it was the Jews.
Now let's look it up. Hold on.
Prove that it was the Jews.
I'm about to. We'll look it up. It's always the Jews, isn't it? Always the Jews.
The Umayyad government.
Isn't it?
No, it would have been the Umayyad. It'd be the Rashidun caliphates.
Let's hold on a second. We're gonna see.
And I think it's irrelevant whether or who
it's
Marwan
irrelevant.
Under. I think it's irrelevant.
Yes, who? Okay,
but it's good to know. It's good to know.
Yeah, but because you can't answer the question, can you, Sword?
Actually, I'm looking at the sources right now. Would you like me to reread it until we find out exactly?
Who told Marwan to do this?
Irrelevant.
Now it's irrelevant. Another clip.
Hold on. We're gonna look it up.
That's two different clips I'm posting. First, Sword said it's irrelevant. Now the host is saying that the Illuminati did it. I'm tagging you in both of these clips.
Does anybody watch your clips?
You did, and you still can't refute.
You tagged me in it, Goofy. Why wouldn't I watch it?
And you still can't refute.
Goofy. Does anybody else besides me watch your clips?
You still can't refute me.
Bro.
I got more than one page, don't I?
Yeah, I'm gonna.
So wait a second. According to the host, Illuminati said do this. According to Sword, it's irrelevant.
All right, let's read the answer. Let's find your answer.
Two different clips.
All right, let's read this.
Low tier. You only got 7 likes on your videos.
Right, make 3 clips. All right, here, look. All right, so I gave the screenshot to AI, and let's see what it says. Analysis of the narration.
That's all you can use.
It's
AI, and it's still not going to answer my question.
I know, brother. It's okay. So
I'm not your brother. Ask your mother when I nutted her mouth last night. I'm not your brother.
Oh, this is a tough guy.
He's so funny.
bitch.
So let me get some of your wife's titty milk.
Straight
This
bitch.
dude's an actual demon. Also, Neo, I forgot who said it was the Umayyad. Let me correct myself. You were correct. It was the Umayyad Caliphate.
All right, let's read. Let's read, guys. Let's read. So, analysis of the narration, Kitab al-Mashaf Ibn Abi Dawood, page 28. This is a very significant and damaging narration for the claim of perfect preservation. The hadith says, after Hafsa, the Prophet's wife, died, Marwan, the governor of Medina, and later Umayyad Caliph, ordered that the manuscript she possessed, the very copy from which the Quran was originally copied, be shredded. Why the hell would you do this? It says, be shredded and destroyed. Marwan's own words were, I only did this so that no one would remain with anything of this matter in their heart in the future, or say that there was something in it that was not written. Wow, that's crazy. Why this is extremely important. Number one, it was the original master copy. This was not just any copy. It was the manuscript that was used as the basis for the official Uthmanic Quran. Number two, it was deliberately destroyed. What happened to my mouse? It was deliberately destroyed. Marwan didn't just hide it. He ordered it to be shredded so that no physical evidence would remain. Wow. Number three, Marwan's own admission. He openly stated his reason. He feared that in the future, someone might claim that the official Quran was missing something, and that what was present in Hafsa's copy, by destroying it, he removed any possibility of comparison. Oh my God. Or challenge. This happened after Uthman's standardization. This shows that even after the official Quran was compiled, the authorities were still worried about alternative copies and that he felt he needed to destroy them. Oh my God. Rabbi.
Don't call me out, bro, because otherwise I'm gonna cook you again, bro.
Rabbi.
Do the sound that goes. Do that one. There we go.
Right. So what's the argument now? Watch this.
Why wasn't Marwan so sure about the official copy that Abu Bakr made?
Bro, this guy really is gonna see. You read the whole thing and you're gonna say, "What's the argument, bro?"
Right. He does it.
No, because I have to ask him that. Jew worshippers, relax. So I have to ask that so that you stick to your claim. All right. So what if it's burned? So what?
Kick him. How's it feel to lose? How's it feel to lose?
Give me a moment.
Yo, start barking.
Scary.
Start barking.
You know what to do. Scary.
Hold on. Yeah, we need some barks.
Up.
Christ is Lord. We need some barks right now.
No, there's no more barking. Sorry.
I host.
Do it.
I told you.
You know which one I want.
Me out if you can't face me. I told you, don't call
give
me
us
out.
a moment. This is an important service public announcement. Give us a moment, sir. Scary.
So host,
you know what to play.
Right. Host, I'm gonna ask you again because I said it before. I'm gonna ask you again. Thank you for showing me the riwayas, because it's not hadith, it's a riwayah. I don't know if you know the difference, but so what if the Hafs manuscript was burned?
Because you said that they were so sure about the first compilation, right? But this proves that they weren't so sure.
Because
if they were so sure, why would they have burned the copy? Like, this whole thing goes against everything you said. You said that Zayd was thoroughly trusted to do his job right. According to you, he did his job right, and they were so sure about it that they approved it. And then the caliph after him says, nope, according to what we got right now, this copy needs to get burned. So it's like
watch
so
this.
It's like no matter how many times, like, no matter. So think about what we got now. No matter how many times they tried to standardize the Quran, it kept getting re-corrupted over and over and over and over and over and over again. How does that happen?
All right. So let me respond now. So when you have no argument, you just repeat the same things. Okay. In the time of Uthman, did they make full copies? Other man.
That guy's
Bro
literally
is
afraid to let me
coping,
talk.
bro.
He's
I
afraid to let me
love
talk.
it, guys. I love
Yeah.
it, bro. Listen, Rem.
No,
No matter which way
hold
you
on,
turn,
guys.
no
There's
matter
only
which way
one of.
you
There's
turn.
only. Can I talk?
MashaAllah.
Can I talk?
No, you
Can I
can't,
talk?
bro. You be talking
Am I
too
allowed
much,
to
man.
talk?
Other people want to
Am I
speak
allowed
too,
to talk?
bro.
Am I allowed to
Listen,
talk?
listen.
Am I allowed
You
to talk?
cooked.
Can I ask you
I
something?
told you, don't call
if
me
you
out
ask
if you don't
someone
want
you
me to
trust
talk.
with
I
all
need
your
to be able
heart
to
to
respond.
write,
I need to respond. I
write
need to
something
talk.
Listen,
for
you man
you.
worshipper. You man
Am I allowed
worshipper.
to
Relax.
Listen, the only
Talk,
man
Man
host.
worship. You
worshiper is you,
manifest
bro.
in the
You call
supposed
me
to.
out,
You
The
man
host.
only
worship. You
man
have to respect
worshiper
us.
is you, bro.
You
You
call
believe
me
Allah
out.
Stay
is one.
courteous.
The only thing you could say is
Aye,
man
what's going
worshiper
on in
because
your
you
life?
have
Stay
no right
What's
to
going
courteous
on in
here.
your
change
You have
life?
the
to
actual
respect us. You have
topic.
to
Listen, we're
respect.
going
Am
Stay
I
round
allowed
courteous
and
to?
round in circles.
You're a
We're
man
going
worshipper. You
round in
worship a man.
circles.
That means you
Stay
have to
I
courteous,
respect
want
him.
to
King.
hear
That's the
Rem's
end of story.
response.
You're a man worshipper.
Scary
You have
house.
to
You
respect
I
man.
want to
have to be
hear
afraid
Rem's
of
Yeah,
me.
that's it.
response.
You're a
Stay
man
courteous,
Let
worshipper. You
Rem
King.
have to
talk.
respect man.
Wait, guys,
Uskot,
relax.
Uskot, man. Rem,
You
talk.
have to be afraid of me, host. You are definitely afraid of me because you won't allow me to
No one's
respond.
afraid of
No,
you,
bro.
bro.
I
No
mean,
one's
look,
scared.
So
Just
here,
talk.
so
Listen,
here,
listen, listen,
so
listen.
here.
Man
I
worshipper.
need to,
Man
respond
worshipper. Man worshipper. Relax.
because you spoke for 1 minute. I need to be able to respond.
Go,
Come on.
talk.
And you remember, host, you called me out. All right. So here, in the time of Uthman, did they make other manuscripts of this Hafsa manuscript?
At the time of Uthman, did they make other manuscripts of the Hafsa manuscript? Wait,
Of the Hafsa
is this
manuscript.
wait? Who's is Hafsa's the one that what's this
The
guy's
Quran
name?
that's burned, bro. The Quran that's burned is Hafsa's Quran. Are you okay?
Okay, so this one that she's saying got burned is Hafsa's, right?
Yes, but did they make
Okay.
a manuscript before it was burned? Did they copy other manuscripts from this manuscript before they burned it?
I don't know.
In the time of Uthman, was there a compilation of the Quran from Hafsa's original Quran?
I don't know.
You don't know. All right, there you go. Well, get to know, sir, because in the time of Uthman, they used Hafsa's Quran to make
So wait,
other manuscripts.
let me just make sure what you're saying now. So are you saying that this is weird? This is even weirder. So you're saying that they took the official copy that they gave to Hafsa, the official one from Abu Bakr's time. They took that one.
Yeah, in the time of Uthman, yeah.
They took it and they burned it because he said
No,
he didn't want.
no,
he didn't,
not in the time of Uthman.
Wait, brother, wait.
Bro, oh my God, brother,
Wait,
this is
hold
years.
on.
This is
Just
after
hear
every
what I'm saying.
companion died.
Just hear what I'm saying.
All right.
You're saying that they took the copy from Hafsa, and then they said that they burned
The
it
original copy.
because they burned the original copy, the original Hafsa's one. They took it and burned it because they didn't want anybody to get confused with whatever they had at that time.
No,
But then
because
you're
they didn't
also
want.
saying that they also made copies of it to keep.
No, oh my God, he's not listening.
So then wait.
Just
so then how
bro.
does that resolve the problem that the guy
Just-
had in his head about people having
just-
questions about the
just-
Quran?
Just track, host. When you called me out, did I
I'm
not?
super
Just
tracking.
listen. When you
I'm
called
on
me
you.
out,
I'm on you right now. I'm on you like white on rice right now.
the guy can't literally
No
listen.
Diddy.
Just listen, brother.
No Diddy.
All right, just listen.
Pause, dog.
Just listen, host. Just for what? Just for once. I know your ears are open already automatically. Just let it go in your head what I'm saying. When you called me out, did I not say, so what if they burn Hafsa Quran? Did I not say that?
You did say that.
That's Allah's words.
The reason, just listen. The reason why I said that is because in the time of Uthman, when they used Hafsa's Quran to make other copies of the manuscripts using Hafsa's Quran, they already have the same Quran because
I
they
got
used
you.
Hafsa's Quran.
I got you.
So
my
what's the
question
point
is then
if
why
they
did they
burn the
burn it
original
then?
one? So what's the point if they burn
No,
it?
no,
What's the
not
point?
what the point is. Why would they then?
So what if it's burned?
Not so what? Why would they?
Yeah, I don't know. People burn stuff. I don't know.
Why they
Yeah,
burn
but
There's a
Allah's
standardized
words?
version. What do you mean? Why would they burn
What's
it?
that got to do with me?
There's a standardized. There's a
Doesn't it
standardized
say?
version.
Doesn't
What
it
do you mean? Why
say?
would they?
Because they would differ from which Quran is which? Doesn't it say that? Doesn't it say that they don't want people to like worry about the things of the Quran?
Yeah. So
Like-
So what he's saying is, and I mean, we can all tell what he's saying. He's saying the Qurans that we have right now don't match this official copy from Hafsa, so we need to burn it because people are going to get upset why our Qurans don't match hers. That's what they're saying. That's what he's saying. But this guy's now saying, well, anyway, they copied it and did what? I don't know, but gave it to other people anyway. Just so then how does his concern get resolved if they had copies of the original?
So yeah, so basically the reason why I'm saying So what if it's burned? It's because they already used this Quran to make other copies of a manuscript in the time of Uthman.
So then why did they burn
Therefore, people burn stuff, brother. You have to ask them. What's that got to do with me?
It's Allah's words, not stuff, bro.
Bro, people burn the official standardized Zayd ibn Thabit edition of the Quran for no reason.
That's blasphemy.
Is that wait? Was that the only office?
This is like
You
a
can't,
royal
you can't
decree.
burn. You can't just burn Qurans, bro.
This was a royal decree to go collect the official Quran, and they were like, "Yeah, let's just burn that one." And
Am I wrong? And if you
What
change-
our
if you
friend
change
here is
a
failing
word,
to
it's already
see
blasphemy.
is that it's even more detrimental, because why would they burn the original copy? Why wouldn't they save it so that they can cross-reference what they have in it today to make sure that what they have is 100%?
Exactly.
So why don't you deal with that, Rabbi?
Well, sir, your argument
let me tell you something. For perfect preservation, this is not looking really perfect right now.
I need to
I'm not
respond.
gonna
So, host, first of all, you was ignorant on the Uthman compilation of the Quran. You say I don't know, so you can't teach me anything.
No,
Bro, he doesn't
Also,
claim
Sword,
to
I
be
need
a
to
scholar
respond. I need to
in the
respond.
Quran,
Sword,
bro.
why don't you worry about your? Hold on. Sword,
Because
why
this
don't
is
you worry
not
about your?
about.
I
This
need
is
to
not a.
respond,
I'm
bro.
pretty knowledgeable on
Host,
most
I know,
of the
I know.
process
Host,
of it.
just let me land. I know you are here as a Christian, obviously. Sword, why don't you worry about your own manuscripts that come 400
He's not
years
even
after the life of
Christian.
Jesus?
He's not even
Look, I'm
Christian.
telling him.
Very
I'm telling
well
him.
versed
Sword
on
needs
both
to.
my
Sword needs to learn who
manuscripts.
he
If you want to get in a debate on that, you're gonna
Sword
get
needs
cooked.
to know who he's
Everybody
worshipping
chill.
because man worth.
We're not moving over to any
No, we're
other
not moving.
text.
We're just saying Sword needs to
staying
know
to
who he's
the-
worshipping
look at this,
because
look at
man
this.
worshipping is wrong.
Let's ask ChatGPT, right? My friend says that they made a copy of Hafsa's Quran before burning it. What are the issues with this claim? Let's see. Let's just see what I.
Oh my!
Let's just
This
see.
guy
Let's just
thinks
see.
ChatGPT has
Prophet
authority.
Grok.
Let's just see here. It says problems with the claim. They made a copy of House of Quran by destroying it. This is a common apologetic claim, but it has several serious problems. Number one, the narration itself does not mention any copy being made. Okay.
That's a lie. That's a lie Rabbi already made.
It does.
In the hadith from Kitab al-Masif, Ibn Abi Dawud, Marwan orders that the manuscripts be shredded after Hafsa's death. There is no mention whatsoever that anyone made a copy before destroying it.
Here.
If such,
See?
hold
Hold
on.
on. Let me
brother.
get it. Let me
I know,
get it.
Don't worry. Just hold your arguments. Let me finish reading. If such an important step had taken place, it would have almost certainly been recorded, especially since the whole point was to prevent future disputes. Number two, Marwan's own words contradicts. Live yours. You gotta mute yourself. Live yours.
Brother, you got background noise.
Number two, Marwan's own words contradict this claim. Marwan said, "I only did this so that no one would remain with anything of this matter in their heart in the future, or say that there was something in it that was not written." So what he's saying is that he knew that in the copy of Hafsa, there would be stuff that was not written in the current Quran. And that's why he burned it. So what will be the point of copying the stuff that was not written in the current Quran if he wanted to resolve this issue, right? But let's keep going.
Well, hold on. Let's do one at a time. I'm gonna forget.
We'll go back.
I'm gonna forget, bro.
It's written. You're not gonna forget. It's written. I have a list here. Don't worry. This statement. Don't worry. My argument is perfectly preserved, unlike the Quran. Right.
Nah.
This statement makes it clear that his goal was to completely eliminate any trace of the original manuscript. Yes, it does. If they had made an official copy, there would be no need to worry about people claiming something was missing unless they feared the copy might reveal differences. Number three, it goes against the pattern of destruction. This even fits the same pattern that Uthman burning the other codices. Yeah, there was so many burnings going on.
Oops.
The early authorities were actively destroying alternative versions rather than preserving them.
Yeah, Uthman was burning the fragments. That's correct.
MashaAllah.
We actually, you know what? Well, hold on. We are proud of that, to burn the fragments. Yeah. He burned the fragments and Satanized it.
That's blasphemy, bro.
The goal was standardization and control, not careful preservation of all versions.
Nope, because it has a perfect preservation. Anyway, let me.
Can we do? There is no perfect preservation.
Oh, look at that, bro.
Brother,
No
can we
historical
do it with one
records.
point at a time, man?
No, we're gonna hold on. We're almost done.
Bro,
Number
I'm not gonna
4.
be here for you to read all of that, man.
You said that an hour ago, and you're still here. Look, no
No,
historical record.
because you didn't read this much. Like, come on, man.
Look, no historical
You
record.
must be
of such
avoiding an argument.
No,
bro.
because AI helps me to remember all the points that I keep forgetting to make.
All right, let's do 1 point at a time. There's like
I
4
got you. We're
points.
gonna go
there.
back. We're gonna no historical record of such a copy. If
Brother,
an
why don't we
official
deal with it while you're
this
reading
is-
it?
Oh my God, this is fire! Check this out. Check this out. No historical record of such a copy. If an official copy of Hafsa's manuscript was made, we would expect to see some mention of it in early Islamic sources. We have no record of any such copy being produced or preserved. All surviving early manuscripts follow the standardized Uthmanic text. The only Qurans that you have all follow the Uthmanic text that came after this burning.
After what burning?
After the first burning, before Uthman had a burning. So let's keep going.
After first, wait. After what burning?
So every Quran, what this is saying is that every Quran follows the Uthmanic version that was created after this burning that we're talking about.
What Hafsa's burning? Hafsa's Quran burning?
Yes.
Bro, that comes after Uthman.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah, Marwan, look at it. He was caught. He was controlling Medina.
Let's remember that, because I'm gonna go back to that. Okay.
All right. You see how he's gonna look and solve, make himself look
I'm reading. I'm just finishing what I'm reading.
Right. You're just fooling yourself.
All surviving manuscripts follow. Matter of fact, I'm gonna write it down before I forget. What's the person? This person, Marwan? Is that what the name is?
Marwan, yeah, he controlled Medina like at least like 40, 50 years after the life of the Prophet.
Okay, Hafsa.
Uthman was long way past. Uthman long way past away after this.
After. Okay, that would be interesting. Let's see. Before, after Uthman's standardization.
It's gonna say after you, brother. You're talking about Islam. I know Islam more than you.
That's fine, brother. That's fine. These are just secondary points anyway. All right, hold on. Let me go back to where I was.
There was only one burning before Uthman standardized, and that was the fragments.
Let me see. All surviving manuscripts follow their standardized man. There is no known manuscript claimed to be a direct copy of Hafsa's original. Okay. Number 5, Hafsa refused to give it while alive. The narration says Hafsa refused to hand over the manuscript while she was alive.
So they burned it after her life.
This suggests that she may have had concerns about what would happen to it. Why would she have these concerns?
It was her Quran. Her father gave it to her.
But why would she have concerns about handing it to the companions of the Prophet? Wouldn't they be trustworthy people?
Because she's the wife of the Prophet.
So this shows like there was like a little bit of dissension. These people didn't even trust each other.
No, because she's a wife, like a brother. She's a mother of the believers.
Maybe she thought.
She has a higher rank.
Maybe she thought these guys were known liars.
No, that's the assumption.
Maybe they were daif.
That's the assumption.
So it looks like. What? Like, think about it, brother. If I
You're
was
just making the head assumptions, man.
That's like saying that the 12
can
disciples.
We go? So
that's like saying that
the
the 12 disciples, right? Like, imagine the 12 disciples having this conversation in the Bible, where they're trying to preserve the words of Jesus.
But they never
Peter, and Peter asks Matthew to give, let me get your copy of Matthew. And he's like, nah, bro, like, I don't know what you're going to do with my copy.
They never did that.
Super
Anyway.
sus.
But host, why couldn't you do it like how you do it now? You see how me and you're discussing point 5 and we discussed point 4? Why couldn't you do it from point 1?
We're almost done. And then we're going to ask your question.
Bro, I forgot half of your things, bro.
I memorized it. Don't worry. The narration says Hafsa refused to hand over the manuscript.
We're gonna go back all over again.
This suggests that she may have had concerns about what would happen to it. The fact that it was taken and destroyed immediately after her death makes the claim of careful copy first.
Bro, you just reading, man. Like, when are you gonna end this?
Believable.
Can we just have substance, like some substance in here?
I got you. If they really made a copy before destroying Hafsa's manuscript, why does the narration not mention it? And why did Marwan say he destroyed it so that no one would ever be able to say something was missing? That statement only makes sense if they wanted to erase all evidence from the original. Making a copy would defeat the entire purpose of what Marwan did. That's perfect. All right. Now let's ask you a question.
You know when someone lacks knowledge, is that they have to use ChatGPT for their argument.
That's me. That's me, guys.
Absolutely, you. I know.
W me.
Yeah.
No,
so
but you know why I do this? You know why I do this, Rabbi? I'm gonna be honest with you, because
you don't know what you're talking about.
No, it's not because of that. I know what I'm talking about. The problem is that I rewatch my own videos sometimes, and then also when I watch other people debating, I can tell that sometimes they forget what they wanted to say about something, and then it gets lost in the argument, because this is what happens live, unfortunately. And then people get away with this. That's why I'm trying to avoid that.
But you're constructing your argument with ChatGPT.
No, I'm not.
That's
brother.
something else.
Let's be serious, brother. Let's be serious.
So you don't see me use it.
That's not how AI works.
You don't see me use it. If I have a question, I
That's
just ask you
fine, brother.
directly.
That's because you've always been better than me, brother, since day one. No problem. All right.
No worries.
So Marwan destroyed.
Brother's trying to flex that he knows his own book better than someone else. Good job, bro.
I know your book better than you as well.
All right,
But
so
go
let's
ahead.
look at the facts. So here, this is the question you wanted to ask me. When did this Marwan thing happen? So it says Marwan destroyed Hafsa's manuscript after Uthman's standardization. Okay, no problem.
There you go.
Then it says Prophet Muhammad's death. So that's even worse.
Yeah, so but your argument was that this burning of Hafsa's Quran happened before Uthman.
That
You just
wasn't
made
my
yourself look
argument.
like a fool.
No, that's
No,
just
but
what
you
I-
said that. You
Brother,
said
I
that.
didn't. I literally told you I didn't know. That was my
Okay.
answer. And you made fun of me for not knowing.
You don't know. There you go. So
problem.
don't argue
Okay.
things you don't know.
Brother, but this, now that we know, it makes it worse, because that means that they were burning stuff. So that means again that Uthman's copy didn't match Abu Bakr's copy. That's what that shows me.
Uthman's copy? Where's Uthman's copy? When did Uthman have a copy?
No, the standardized version that Uthman made.
Uthman never had his own copy of the Quran. Is you okay?
What?
Brother, when he standardized the Quran, whatever that I don't know if, when he standardized the
He
Quran,
standardized it for others.
we don't call that the
You're
Uthmanic,
claiming that he had the Hafsa.
we don't
and
call
he-
that the
Yeah,
Uthmanic
but-
Codex.
No, because he never had a whole manuscript in the Hadith. Anyway, if you check Hadith, Sahih Bukhari 4987.
Whatever, bro.
Is
He had
this in
part
there?
of he had part of
I don't know what
Marwan's
you're. I'm just
Hafsa.
saying. I think everybody knows what we mean when we say Uthmanic's like codex. Like that's the Uthmanic codex.
Okay,
right?
okay. Uthmanic Codex. Okay, no problem. Go ahead. All right, you said the one he standardized. All right, sure.
Yes, exactly. So whatever he standardized did not match Abu Bakr's. That's a huge problem. That means Abu
all right,
Bakr
let's prove
failed
it.
in collecting the Quran, just like you tried to claim earlier.
All right, so watch this, everybody. Watch this, everybody. Which Quran did Uthman use to copy the Quran?
He did the same thing that Abu Bakr did. He sent
No,
Zayd. Didn't
which-
he send Zayd to get
no,
two witnesses?
No,
for each
he didn't.
verse?
I said, which Quran did he use to like?
He said
Uthman had to.
He said if you can't
Listen-
find
listen to
certain
the question.
verses, use the Qurayshi dialect.
No, I'm saying to you, I'm asking you, which Quran did he use to make a copy?
He didn't use one. That's what I'm trying to tell
He had
you.
his own.
He did it. All right, go to Sahih Bukhari 4987. Go there.
Hold on.
Uthman had his own, no?
No,
4987. Sahih Bukhari.
he didn't have his own. He used many manuscripts and he used many fragments.
No, he didn't. He used.
Yes, he did.
No, let's go to the Hadith first.
Go to Hadith.
Hold on, but
Yeah.
first, brother, I have to finish reading this though, real quick. But we're gonna go there.
Bro, can you go to that? No, we didn't one point
So
at time
that's
now.
why Zayd-
Can you go to the 4987?
That's why he
Hold on,
sent.
No, host. You said we can deal with it one at a time.
I just
Can you
need
go
all
to
these
the
facts to get
4987?
out, brother, because these are the things that always. I'm gonna go there. I already have it written down. Don't worry. We're gonna go there.
Go there now, bro.
Hold on. So your claim is what?
Go
Before
there
we go
now.
there, your claim is what? That
No.
Uthman.
No, I asked you, did Uthman use a manuscript? Which manuscript did he use to make a copy? You said
which-
none.
and
So
who
can
do
you go
you
to
think?
Sahih?
And who do you think's manuscript they used?
Yeah, Uthman used the original manuscript, the original copy, which is Hafsa's Quran, to make a copy.
So you're
So
saying
your
so
argument
Uthman
fault.
used. So your claim is that Uthman used
No,
Hafsa's.
your claim was that he didn't. I'm
I
saying
know,
to you,
I know. But
according
you're
to Sahih
no.
Bukhari,
I said I don't know. You're saying that he did use Hafsa's Quran, right?
to make a full manuscript, yes, copies, other copies. By the way, many copies. He made many copies from the original Quran that Hafsa had.
No, it was not only Hafsa's.
Yeah, it was only Hafsa's.
No, it wasn't. It was many manuscripts. This is why Zayd.
No, he
Hold
produced
on.
many manuscripts, but he used the original Quran from Hafsa.
No, he used many manuscripts. Many.
All right, can we go to the Hadith?
Yeah,
bro?
brother.
'Cause we have to say you.
I listen to you, please.
All right, go
He
ahead.
used
Go
many,
ahead.
And I agree. He used many fragments. He used many other things, not just the Hafsa Quran. He didn't.
No,
just use
that's a
Hafsa.
claim. Where did you get that from? Give me a source.
From the one that he burns the Quran.
No, Oh my God, brother, that he burned those and then he standardized the Quran.
Why did he say? Where did he say then?
But I'm asking you, when he was standard, hold on.
Where did he say?
Anyway, can you go to brother? You see how we just misunderstanding all of us here? You don't know anything.
Citizen, listen.
Can you go to the Sahih Bukhari?
You should respect the man because you're a man worshipper. Respect the man, please.
Bro, why do you have to keep talking shit, bro?
Can you just go to the hadith, bro?
Yes, we're gonna go to it, Rabbi, but I need to finish because the problem is that I'm asking
brother,
certain questions.
Come on, man. You're reading something for 10 minutes.
I know, but you're in a rush because you're trying to brush it under the rug, and I'm not.
No, I want to do one at a time. We're on point one. We're on point one now.
No,
go
brother,
to the hadith,
I gotta think because I've asked these questions for a reason, and I need to read the answers, or else what was the point of me asking? So let me just read.
Brother, you're reading the claim. The answers are in the hadith.
There's not that much.
The answers are in the hadith.
All right, so I'm gonna read it. So Prophet Muhammad's death was in 632. Prophet Muhammad's death was 632.
This guy's literally avoiding me. You're avoiding me, bro. Just
brother,
say it, bro.
I've been having a 3-hour conversation with you. How's that avoiding?
No, you haven't. I've been here for 1 hour. You only had 10 minutes conversation because you avoided me the whole time.
Still a long conversation. Uthman's standardization of the Quran happened in 650, so 20 years later. Uthman orders the official copy to be made.
There you go. But what Quran did he use?
Hafsa's death, we're going to find out in a second. Hafsa's death was 45 AH.
All right, guys, wait, host, just before you end it there. Guys, remember, if Uthman's Quran says that he used Hafsa's Quran to make a copy, his whole argument falls apart.
I never made an argument.
That's why he doesn't want to go there.
The only argument was made for this point was yours. I didn't make an argument on this one.
No, that's my rebuttal to your argument, sir.
I don't have an argument yet. So hold on. About 15 years after Uthman's standardization, so Marwan orders destruction of Hafsa's manuscript after 665. Marwan was governor of Medina. Okay. So key points. Uthman's standardization happened first around 650 CE. Hafsa kept her personal manuscript, the one used as a basis for Uthman's copy, until she died in 45.
Wait. The one what?
No problem.
Read that again. Hafsa kept her personal manuscript, the one used for.
This is not. So again, Rabbi. Let me see.
So when I said, so what if they burned it? I'm justified, right?
Yeah, so again, look, listen to what I'm saying. So I'm saying that the reason, what I'm saying is this. To me, it looks like Abu Bakr's Quran that Hafsa had must have gotten burned because it differed from the Qurans they came up with after Uthman. That's my stance. That's what it looks like.
Yeah, that's
and your argument is no, they just burned it for no reason.
No, I said I don't know why they burned it. I didn't say they were burned it for no reason. I said I don't know why they burned it.
Fine, you don't have to know.
But
can you? Okay, but can you come up with a logical reason why they would have done that?
No, I'm saying to you. So what if they burned it? I'm saying I don't care whether they burned it or not.
Right. So that means you don't know the reason why.
You can't refuse.
Right? So that means you don't.
You can't rebuttal me.
Hey, host,
hold on. I'm saying no. Wait. I need to respond to
writing. Go ahead.
Like I'm giving you a motive for the burning, and you're not. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, but me saying so what if they burned it is justified. Why? Because hold on. I need to respond. Hold on. Me saying so what if they burned it is justified because they made other manuscripts using her Quran.
I got you.
So there were other perfect copies of the Quran. Like what?
But we can't know that because you burned the copy. So how do we know what you're using?
Jew worshipper. Wasn't your God circumcised at the day?
Yeah. Hold on. So, host.
Yo, Rabbi, are you an inbred too or no?
Yeah, host. The writing says that it differs.
Hold on. Neil.
The writing says that.
Hold on. You're a low IQ inbred.
It says the writing says that it differs. That's why they burned it. They were afraid of that. He's just trying to brush.
That's what the Riwayah says.
It does say that.
That's what the Riwayah did.
Yeah, he's just trying to brush it away.
Okay, it differs. Watch this, everybody. It differs, right?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Let's go to when Uthman was compiled. Let's see if it was different from these other copies.
Look at this.
He won't go there. I'm telling you.
No, because as long as you're like, if you're not gonna be honest about,
you're saying it differs, so let's go prove it.
But I'm not gonna go like, you know what I'm saying? Like we're gonna go to the next.
He won't go to the evidence.
Because then you're gonna do the same thing over there. So what's the like? I'm trying to show. Let me just look what it says. What is the?
You said it differs. I'm saying prove it.
Look, what is the only justifiable logical reasons why they would burn Hafsa's copy, right? Answer. Here are the only logical justifiable reasons why Marwan would order the destruction of Hafsa's manuscript, right? Number one, fear of future down division of Marwan's own stated reason. This is the reason Marwan himself gave. I only did this so that no one would remain with anything in this matter in their heart in their future, saying that there was something in it that was not written. Logical explanation. Even if Hafsa's copy was very similar to the standardized version, it might have had minor differences in wording, spelling, and arrangement. Marwan feared that in the future, someone could use this original manuscript to claim that the official Quran was missing something or was not complete.
Exactly.
Corruption.
By destroying by destroying it, he removed any physical evidence that could be used to challenge the official version. See?
It's to keep the perfect preservation.
So here, watch this.
Keep the lie
watch
alive.
this, everybody. You
It's
see,
to keep the lie alive.
Okay,
When you're
so-
lying and you get caught so many times, you have to keep destroying the evidence. That's the reason.
Yep.
Okay, so host, you see, wait, I need to be able to respond. So host, you see, when I bring you something fruit, not ChatGPT, an actual source, you don't want to go to it. So show me how this was different from Uthman's standardized Quran.
Oh, shut up and stop lying, bro.
Show me, go ahead, because I gave you the hadith.
It's burnt. How you gonna tell the difference?
Show you because it's burnt, so we don't know.
Yeah, bro. Are you an inbred, bro? Honestly,
it's burnt.
Are you
So
an
we
inbred?
don't
Citizen, can I respond to Neo?
It's shredded.
You're an inbred. I know.
Hold on.
You got a low IQ, bro. I can
Citizen, wait. Neo. If inbred means one of your first cousins, then why does your God command it in Numbers 26?
Yeah.
Show me.
All right, so
Show me.
You got it done. Okay, yeah. So it's shredded, so we don't know. It's shredded.
Yeah,
it was
sense,
shredded when
buddy.
Uthman was using it. Was it
Rabbi,
shredded when Uthman was using it?
just so I could be, I just want to. How often did you say Jibril would go to Muhammad to confirm the Quran was correct during his lifetime?
The last Ramadan, no. It was always once a year, but the last Ramadan he done it twice. He overread the whole Quran to him twice.
Okay.
Yeah, it's only been twice. The full Quran, by the way, and that's the only time is the last Ramadan.
All right, hold on. Let me just finish reading this. So, Marwan.
So Neo, you shouldn't have. Wait, hold up, Neo. You shouldn't have any problems with being inbred because your God commands to marry their own
No,
cousins.
bro. You can't show me it. Show me the verse.
Not even that. In the
Show me the
Bible,
verse.
in the Bible, it says the Prophet Lot had intercourse with his daughter. So look at your
Muhammad
Bible.
married a
How can a
6-year-old.
No,
child?
guys. Let's chill.
All right, we're getting off topic.
Show me the
Let
verse.
me just go back. Let me go back. Look, all right. So the reasons show that early Muslim authorities were not fully confident that the standardized Quran was beyond all doubt. If they were 100% sure that it was perfectly preserved and identical to the original, there would have been no need to destroy the master copy. So let's keep going here. Why was the Quran having to be standardized several times, including the standardization that Muhammad himself did by having the angel Jibril come to him once a year and twice a year at the end of his life? Clear and direct answer. The fact that the Quran needed to be standardized multiple times, including by the Prophet himself, is one of the strongest arguments against the claim of perfect preservation. Unchanging preservation from the very beginning. Here's a breakdown. The Prophet's own standardization. Annual review with Jibril. What happened? Every year during Ramadan, Jibril would come to the Prophet and review the entire Quran with him. In the final year of the Prophet's life, Jibril reviewed the Quran twice. Why was this necessary? This is the key question. If the Quran was already perfectly preserved letter for letter for the moment that it was revealed, why did it need to be reviewed and standardized every year, and especially twice in the last year of his life? Logical implications. The Quran was not in its final form from the beginning. It was still being arranged, reviewed, and finalized even in the last months of the Prophet's life. The double review in the final year strongly suggests that the order, wording, and content was being confirmed or adjusted right up until the end. This means the text was fluid and requiring ongoing divine intervention to reach its final form. In other words, the Prophet himself was involved in a standardization process because the Quran was not yet in its final fixed state. Why did it need further standardization after the Prophet's death? Even after the Prophet died in 632, the Quran still needed to be standardized twice more. Once was Abu Bakr's in 632, and another one in 650 from Uthman's standardization. Why was this necessary? Why was this necessary?
You know what I realized? Wait, just before you read that part there, you know what I realized? Because if it was any other Muslim, you would be engaging with a conversation with them. But with me, you're just reading off a script, man. Can you engage?
Brother, this is important because normally
He's
I have
literally
this
afraid.
No, look. Normally I have this
That host,
conversation.
you're just afraid of me, bro. Just say it, man. Just say it.
This
Just
guy is
say
like
it,
sucking himself, bro. It's crazy.
I'm afraid.
So also host Neo, here's the verse. Numbers chapter 36, verse 10 to 11.
We don't live by the Old Testament.
Let me read.
Your
Let me
God commanding daughters to marry their cousins on their father's side.
Let me read it. Why was this necessary if the prophet...
Inbreeding Bible.
Look, why was this
Nah, we
necessary?
don't live by the Old Testament, you fool.
Guys, let me just finish this. Why was this necessary if the prophet had already standardized it? The
Bro, you're just reading a script, man. I want to engage with the
prophets-
conversation. Can you have a conversation?
No, I don't.
You're just reading of a script. All right.
Low tier.
Well,
Don't worry.
thank you for reading of. All right, brother. Thank you for reading of a script. But I'm out of here because there's no conversation in here. Keep reading your script.
Have a good one.
Thank you.
Bye.
All right. So let's keep going.
All right, citizen. At least you're able to engage.
Yeah, go kiss the
Unlike
car,
us.
Ricky.
All right,
Go
citizen.
lick the
I'll have to
car,
give you
go
a
lick
citizen.
the
I'll
car.
have to give you your flowers. At least you're able to engage.
You
You'd bring
couldn't-
sources
you
and
couldn't refute
arguments.
whatever I said. You couldn't defeat it. You just said, so what?
Let's keep going.
Yeah, because you destroyed your whole thing.
We did it.
No, it's because these
But-
man worshippers don't know what they're saying.
The host is just busy reading of a script. He has nothing to say.
I believe the host had a lot to say. You couldn't defeat.
He doesn't, bro. Look,
Brother,
30
you
minutes I'm
couldn't
here.
defeat-
He's reading
brother, you couldn't
ChatGPT.
defeat
Like the brother,
anything
I
he
think I know.
All you said was
I
so
host.
what?
I know host. I know you had maybe you had good grades in English lessons, whatever, right?
All
But
you said was
at
so
some
what?
point, you need to when you're having you're making an argument, you need to engage, not just stick to your computer,
But
read
the
all
answer-
day.
The answer to the argument for you was so what?
Yeah. So what? Because my argument, rebuttal is justified because they used Hasan's Quran to make a full copy.
No,
so
because
it's
it
fine if it was
yeah,
destroyed.
the argument
It was
clearly says
burned.
that
How do you
the
even know
book-
it
the
was
book
used,
here-
bro?
the- yeah, the-
I knew. Go read the verses about inbreeding that you're going
Go
to
read
brother.
everything, Neo.
Hey,
Go even read
Rabbi,
about man
the
worship.
narration
Neo,
part-
read about
You
man
guys are
worship.
the
narration
silliest
clearly-
religion, bro. You try to
Read
make
about
things
man
seem like
worship,
you guys.
incest,
So
incest,
the narration
Guys are
clearly says
retarded, bro.
everything, unaliving. It's so sad.
Wait, what's citizen saying?
All right, the narration clearly says that they would differ, that they would change. If you look at the Arabic, it says that they would differ. So you're saying, oh
But
no, we have
That's
it.
not
but there was-
narration. Oh
wait,
my
wait.
God, brother, that's
You want me to
that's
show
a
you the-
riwayah, not a narration.
Yeah, the riwayah. What's a riwayah? What is that?
Nobody cares about riwayah.
What is that? What is that?
Riwayah is about like like how do I say this? Like the rest, not the rest. Wait, Livios, you got background noise, brother. Yeah, a riwayah citizen is like talking about like Roman Empire. That's a riwayah.
So,
But if you actually want, but if wait, but hold on. But if your argument holds weight, then you need to bring hadith.
Wait, a historical fact, right? This is a historical.
Nobody
fact,
cares about historical things.
All right,
You guys
so
don't care about history.
yeah,
That's
the problem
that's
is
right.
this.
Makes sense.
No
Hold
one
on,
cares
hold on,
about
hold on.
historical things.
Oh, hold on,
This
hold
guy,
on.
this guy
You're saying,
is a
yeah, you're saying the hadiths, but you got to prove that your isnad it actually relies with history because your
That- oh
isnad,
my
all it
God.
does, Rabbi, all your isnad does, all your isnad says is, hey, he said that, and we got to believe him.
circular, bro.
Wait, hold on. Wait. I need to respond, host. Let me respond. Citizen, your argument is that what Hafsa had was different from what everybody else has. You're doing an internal critique on my belief system.
All right.
So you need to bring. Wait, hold on.
Rabbi,
Hold
you said
on,
you were
wait, let me
leaving an
respond.
hour ago, dude.
Just let me-
I need
let
to
me
keep
just
reading
land.
my argument.
All right,
This is
just
getting silly.
hold on. Oh, so I'm just landing. I promise. I'm just landing. I'm just saying. Citizen, if you're doing internal critique on my paradigm, which is Islamic theology, then you need to bring the hadith or Quran, not a
Bro, we
historic.
brought a
sense.
bunch of hadith that it was burned, bro. Like, what are you saying?
Go read the inbreeding command from your God in Numbers 36,
Brother,
verse 10 to
this
11.
is so irrelevant, bro. We don't live in the Old Testament, bro. You're a fool,
Well, you was
bro.
calling me an inbred. You was like, oh, you must be
You
inbred.
are.
You're not
Because
talking
you
about
are
English.
families or something, bro. Probably.
Host, can you make me
Anyway,
big
host,
screen?
thank you for having me, host.
can you
Clearly,
make me
you
big
are run
screen
out
right
of
quick?
arguments with me.
Take care,
You know,
Rabbi,
you had
take
to
care.
read ChatGPT all
Host,
day.
can you make me
I
big
appreciate you
screen
for
right
having
quick?
me. Thank you.
Take care. Go ahead.
So we can see that this is another.
Citizen, me and you are gonna do one-on-one. Don't worry.
Yeah, sure. So this is another narration
Bro,
that
no
we
one
have
wants to
here.
argue, debate with you, bro. Get out of here.
So Abu Ben Umar reported saying, "Let none of you say, I have got the whole of the Quran." How do you know it? How do you know it if all of it, much of it, the Quran is lost? It's gone.
Who's saying this?
This is Abdul Ibn that says more. Omar reported this.
Who's that? Abdul who?
I don't know. It says Abdul bin.
Did they just decide to run after making up some nonsense?
Yeah,
so I was going to say that Leviticus 16 explicitly says that you cannot approach anyone of close relative. It even mentions within the early church fathers that use this same script to condemn first cousin marriage, and even say,
bro, that's what I'm saying. Your Bible is just man-made. That's what I'm saying. You guys just man-made and man-made.
Your Quran isn't, bro.
Your church fathers goes against what's in the Bible. Your church fathers goes against what's in the Bible. It's so sad.
You're on Alex's channel saying that you don't disrespect religions, and you're over here talking about a man worshiper, and no one has even said anything to you, bro.
Nah, that's not disrespecting.
One second.
It's not? Okay, you're a fool, bro.
You know that,
I don't talk to you know
that Allah showed up in the form of a little boy to Muhammad, right?
You know that
wait.
Allah showed up in the form of a little boy to Muhammad. You know that, right?
It's the same. It's the same.
So you worship
the host brought that up many times. I rebutted him. I told him it's a dream. He tried to bring scholars. I showed him the scholars. It's over. That's it. The debate is over.
Aziz, are you taking us to a whole other argument right now? I don't.
He's trying to take us to a whole another argument. He's a man worshiper. He doesn't want to prove.
I was defending every single.
Hey, host, can I prove that he's a man worshiper?
No, that's
host,
fine. That's fine.
Yeah,
because look, at the end of the day, what he's saying is that your God is a man too, apparently, according to what the Hadith says.
Yes,
so it's fine.
Of course.
No worries.
No, but can I prove that?
I need to stick to his argument, guys. Please, let me just read this thing that brother brought. Whoever's got the background noise, it's probably probably Liv yours again, like always. All right. No, it's not Liv yours. Who is it? Okay, it's Ghost. All right. Verily, we have revealed the reminder of the Quran, and we will assuredly guard it from corruption. A narration from Abdullah bin Umar quoted by Hafid as-Suyuti in his Al-Tikan fi al-Kulum al-Quran has been a source for joy for some of these skeptics. Okay, so Suyuti is saying this. One of the critics of Islam translates this narration as the following. Abdullah bin Umayr reportedly said, "Let none of you say, I've got the whole Quran. How does he know what all of it is? Much of the Quran is gone. Let him say instead, I have got what has survived." This is literally what I was saying earlier. They don't know if they got the full Quran. They only got whatever was left.
This is their scholars saying that they don't have what's left.
Right. This is Suyuti making this claim. So it says here, not only are the meanings that these critics tried to superimpose on this narration totally wrong, but this translation is also misleading. We shall first clarify the real meaning of this narration and then give its rightful. Okay, so now this guy, so you got this from like a Islamic apologetic source, it looks like.
No, I have it on a reading. Yeah, basically he's trying to say, oh no, he's wrong. What he's saying is completely wrong.
Well, let's put it through the AI, right? Like we do everything else. Let's see what AI says.
And the narration, it says it's like a golden chain of line. Like if you break this line, forget all isnad, forget all hadith, forget it all.
And at the end of the day, the Quran itself is a hadith.
Right. From the website, trying to refute a claim made by Suyuti. Okay.
Well, if yours, you do worship them, man. You gotta stop sitting in the comments.
Let's see here. Let's see what AI thinks about this. What do you guys think is gonna say? This is rough, man. Honestly, this perfect preservation is not looking perfect. All right, so it says here, the apologetic claim on the website can be strongly refuted. Here's a clear breakdown. The narration is very clear and direct. The original Arabic from Abdullah ibn Umar, as recorded by Suyuti in Al-Itqan, says, "Let none of you say I have the whole Quran. How does he know what all of it is? Much of the Quran has gone. Let him say instead, I have what has survived." So this is what you guys have to say, according to your scholars. You guys cannot say you have the whole Quran. You can only say, I have what has survived of the Quran. Number one. And then the AI says, this is not ambiguous. The phrase, much of the Quran is gone, is explicit. It directly means that a significant portion of the Quran is lost. So this is, again, Suyuti, which is he's a master in Quran. Number two, the apologetic reinterpretation is weak. The website tries to claim that the critics are mistranslating or superimposing wrong meanings. However, the Arabic, whatever this is, dahababa, clearly means has gone or has been lost. There is no credible linguistic basis to reinterpret this as something else, like some verses were abrogated or something like that, or that it refers to something minor. If the meaning was innocent, why would Ibn Umar warn people not to say that they have the whole Quran? It comes from a highly reliable source. Number three, Abdullah ibn Umar was one of the most knowledgeable and trustworthy companions. Oh, so this is coming from Umar. This is what I was trying to find out earlier.
Yes.
So this is Umar himself. Umar himself says, let none of you 2026 Muslims even think about saying that you have the whole Quran. Uh-oh.
Bruh.
Okay.
I speak pretty loudly before.
The funny thing about it is if they try to break this narration, that means they're throwing away all their chain of narrations, all the line, everything.
All the hadith
you can't trust
sciences.
nobody.
Yep.
Everything.
Because how are you going to say Umar was a known liar or something like that? That's crazy. So it says here, Umar, and then it says by one of the most knowledgeable and trustworthy companions. It is recorded by Al-Suyuti in Al-Itqan fi Ulum al-Quran, one of the most respected classical books on the Quranic sciences. This is not a weak or fabricated narration. Number four, it fits perfectly with other evidence. This narration is not isolated. It aligns with many other authentic reports. Abu Musa al-Ash'ari forgetting the entire long surah, Sahih Muslim 2286. Zayd ibn Thabit only finding certain verses with one person, Sahih Bukhari. Ubay ibn Ka'b having extra surahs that were dropped. Aisha's reporting missing verses, suckling and stoning. Uthman burning other codices. All of these point to the same conclusion. Much of the Quran was lost or changed after the Prophet's death. Number five, the apologetic claim creates a contradiction. If the Quran was perfectly preserved as claimed in the Quran 15:9, then why would a major companion like Ibn Umar say that much of the Quran is gone? Why would he warn people not to claim that they have the whole Quran? The apologetic attempt to twist this narration creates more problems than it solves.
Abdul's is pretty quiet now.
All Abdul's got silence.
He's
today.
gone. He left.
Oh, he's gone. Nah, he's gone.
He left.
All Abdus have been silenced today. This is the silence of the lambs.
I mean, I think we walked through Rabbi and we told him about this, and he said, I have to go through more research about this kind of thing. He hasn't, we haven't heard from him in a while. Okay, so how do you defend this like this?
What's that?
Yo, live yours. Real shit, bro. Like, don't go hell for Islam, please, bro. Please, don't go hell for Muhammad's desires, bro.
Please, I'm begging you, please.
Bro, did you not hear everything?
I'm begging you, please. I'm begging you with all my heart. Please stop man worshipping. Please, like I'm.
Hey, bro, you worship a man. Hey, my yours. You worship a little boy with curly hair. Shut your mouth.
I'm begging you.
Hey, you worship a little boy. You
Look,
worship.
I don't want you to go hell.
Quiet.
You see, you don't want me to go
worship
hell.
a little boy.
You don't want me to go hell.
You worship a little boy.
Scare it out.
Hey,
Am I right?
Does it make sense to you? Does Islam make sense to you? Complete sense?
Of course, it doesn't make sense to me. I would rather. It makes
Why?
way
Do you
more
worship?
sense.
Do you
Everyone
love
else,
worshiping
It
the
makes
voice?
way more sense to me than Christianity.
everyone else is not using their brain. You're right.
What do you
Hey,
mean?
host.
Hey, how do you
If
refute
you
this?
think
Just stick,
everyone
stick
else
to
is
the
wrong,
topic.
Hey, so host,
Hey,
can I prove that he worship a man now?
Listen,
No,
look.
no, hell no. We're not changing that topic. We're not changing it.
We're not changing. We're not
moving.
changing the topic. We're not changing the topic.
Yeah, defend it. Why are you running away? Defend it.
Hey, Scary, I got a quick question. Are you using Group, man? What kind of search engine are you using, man?
Say that again. What?
What search engine are you using? Grook, or what are you using, man?
This is Grok.
Oh, Grok. Excuse me. All right. Thanks, man.
this
I'm
is
going.
sad.
Okay, so now, wait. So the whole topic about this is just abrogation, yeah?
No. This is
No,
about
it's
perfect
essentially you don't have the
preservation.
Quran.
Yeah, the Quran's not perfectly preserved, obviously.
It is perfectly preserved.
Oh,
Actually, no, you're right. You're right.
oh,
No, you're right. The perfect preservation is not there, but preservation itself is still there.
preservation of lives. Yeah.
No. I'll tell you why. Look, let me tell you.
What's preserved? How do you admit that
If something is not perfect preservation would be the verses being in order.
Then it's not
the chapters. No.
Wait a
Let me tell
second.
you.
Then is Allah lying? Is Allah lying?
Guys, he's admitting it, guys. Let him admit it.
No,
Go ahead.
perfect preservation would be the chapters being in correct order in which it was revealed. However, it's not like that. However, the verses, the wordings of the Quran is the same.
Never mind. He's not admitting it. He's just admitting it.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
So Allah's words are not preserved.
Me, I told you. I just say the truth. I
You
just say the
don't
truth.
have
That's it.
But the truth is right there in front of your face and you can't say it.
And you're just denying it for no reason.
Why am I denying it?
Hey, it's denying it. It's right in front of you. Did you not see it? You don't even have the whole Quran.
Bro, the whole Quran is talking about, there's certain verses that were abrogated. That's what it's talking about. Just because he's saying it's
gone. Abrogation is different. Within the Quran is abrogation. But if it's gone, that means it doesn't exist anymore. It's not within the Quran. That's different.
All right, everybody. I'm gonna go ahead and just read again. I'm gonna just read this thing. Let's finish what this AI thing is giving us because it's been
he's gone again.
Juicy. Nothing but juicy stuff here. No Diddy. So let's go back to why did the Quran need further standardizations after the Prophet's death? So remember, Muhammad had his own standardization process. Him and Jibril used to confirm the Quran once a year. That's standardization. But for some reason, even with all that standardization and supposedly mutawatir, like being mass transmitted, like so the Quran was being confirmed by Jibril every year and twice on the last year. And those perfect Qurans were being recited massly, according to you guys, massly transmitted. But for some reason, even though that was happening, they needed to standardize it again. That already doesn't make any sense, right? So why did it need further standardization? Even after the Prophet died in 632, the Quran still needed to be standardized twice more. Standardization, Abu Bakr, why it was needed. Many Hufaz, memorizers, died in the Battle of Yamama. The Quran was scattered in memories and written fragments. Different dialects, different readings, different codices existed among the companions. Uthman had to create one official version and burn the others. Why was this necessary? The Prophet had already standardized it. The Prophet's annual review with Jibril were oral reviews. After his death, there was no more divine review. Different companions had slightly different versions in wording, order, and dialect. Written copies were inconsistent. Many memorizers had died, creating a risk of loss of corruption. This shows that even the Prophet's own standardization was not enough to keep the Quran uniform after his death. Final logical conclusion. The Quran had to be standardized multiple times because during the Prophet's life, it was still being reviewed and finalized, shown by the annual review with Jibril, especially the double review the last year. After the Prophet's death, different versions, dialects, and scattered writings existed, forcing Abu Bakr and Uthman to standardize it again. This strongly suggests that the Quran was never in a perfectly fixed, unchanging form from the moment of revelation. It required ongoing review and standardization both during and after the Prophet's lifetime. Right? Then give me all the instances of companions differing on the Quran. Here's a comprehensive list. Ubay ibn Ka'b's codex, most significant difference. What differed? Ubay's personal codex had 116 surahs, 2 extra surahs not found in today's Quran. The 2 extra surahs were Surat Al-Qal and the separation, and Surat Al-Haft, the haste. Other differences, different order of some surahs and minor textual variants. The sources from Al-Kitab, whatever. Umar himself admitted Ubay was the best of us in recitation, yet we leave some of what he recites. Abdullah ibn Masud's codex, what differed? Different order of surahs, omitted surah 113 and 114, Al-Falaq and Al-Nas, according to many reports. Numerous wording differences, surah 92.3, etc., etc. Recitation, Ibn Masud strongly opposed Uthman's standardization and his followers to hide this codex. Source, Kitab, Mashif, multiple hadiths and early tafsirs. Zayd ibn Thabit could only find certain verses with one person.
Just a quick...
Yeah, brother.
I was going to say just a quick fact about that. Uthman actually beat one of them. So I think it was Umar. He beat Umar because he refused to give up the Qur'an that he was hiding. He beat him into submission.
No,
to make it one Qur'an.
No, that's Ibn Masud.
Ibn Masud, yeah. Ibn Masud. Yeah. So they had to force everybody to make it into one. It wasn't the right choice.
Yeah, so this just shows that all this stuff that they always try to tell you, like, you know, when they say, "Oh, this guy was a known liar, brother. How could the companions of the companion, you know, not trust each other?" They clearly didn't trust each other. They didn't want to even share each other's Quran because they're like, "Nah, bro, I already saw what you did last time. You deleted the last Quran I gave you." They say, "Oh, you're not gonna give it? I'm gonna beat your ass."
Literally what happened.
This is what's happening. So this is like literally like Game of Thrones. This is like Game of Thrones, right? Everybody was just trying to vie for position. They were like, "Well, I'm the one that has the original Quran. No, you're not. Your Quran is capped. My Quran is the real Quran. Well, give me your Quran. I'll burn it. I'm gonna fight you." You know, this is what's going on.
So there's a scripture. It's called the Qur'an edition 1924, where they started mass transmission, all of them, and then destroying more of the Qurans that differ from it.
Yeah.
So they have the 1924 Quran.
1924.
Yeah. That's where the Hafs.
So if you look around 110 years ago, it was different. Yes.
It was always different. There was never a time where the Quran wasn't different. There was never a time. So let me keep reading.
I just want to know what Live has to say about that now.
Islam is the one and only true religion. Islam is the greatest religion. Like, there's nothing else to say.
He's delusions right now. He's saying his delusions.
I'm telling you the truth. There's nothing
Is there
else.
any defense you have against this?
Bro, you got brainwashed, bro. Like, you got brainwashed.
Bring your sheikh as well.
I don't care if shall I be real with you? If Scary Hours, if you actually want to find the answers to this, why don't you go to like a proper sheikh and ask him all these questions?
I don't have any problem with a sheikh coming up here, but I'm not gonna walk around looking for sheikhs to talk to, dude.
So it shows you're not sincere then.
No, brother, it's just because first of all, I've heard this argument so many times.
Nah, it's not argument.
I know that this argument has been fleshed out already by your scholars. And you know what the other problem is? That you guys don't even disagree. You guys don't even agree with your own scholars. Suyuti is telling you don't have the whole Quran. Suyuti also says you don't know what an ahruf actually is and that there's 40 different opinions on what it is. But you guys wouldn't hold to that claim.
Hey, host.
As I said, there's certain people that will be able to tell you exactly what Suyuti is talking about.
No, there's certain people that would just cope. You get what I'm saying?
No, they will tell you exactly. Remember, there's always a deeper meaning of what he's trying to say.
At some point, you gotta stop, like open your eyes, dude.
You
can't just keep saying there's another and there's another and there's another. You get what I'm saying?
Remember, it's the same thing. It's the same thing with the sun. Remember, with the sun sitting in a lake. Remember, you were talking about I forgot specifically where it was, but you were talking about something and you were taking it literal. I was telling you there's a deeper meaning in that. And this is the same thing. You need to literally understand what he's talking about.
Anything. Hold on, Aziza. You guys talked to sheikhs about this before?
They've never. I'm telling you, they've never. They just come out on TikTok.
We
They
had
bring it up and they try to decide.
DOS, me, you had Grace. We baked these sheikhs. They don't even know what the 7 halves are. They don't know.
What sheikh?
They confirmed
Which
that.
sheikh?
They had Bilal,
What TikTok
they had
sheikhs?
Bilal Alameddin. They had Fayros, I think. We baked
Sheikh
them on
Uthman,
free will
bro.
argument. We had these people like spread widespread shubha because even their sheikhs cannot answer this kind of stuff. Do you understand? It's a joke. Your
You can't
religion's
say
a joke,
that.
bro.
You
Your
can't say
religion's a
that.
joke, bro.
Okay,
Your
who are you
religion's a joke.
debating? Who are you debating? TikTok sheikhs, right?
Let me say
It
something.
doesn't
Jose.
matter.
It does matter. There's a complete. It definitely does matter.
Your
There's
real
someone
life
out there.
sheikhs are
There's someone
kuffar.
out there
Your
that
real
don't do
life
all this
sheikhs are
TikTok.
kuffar.
Look. You don't have to believe him if you want, Liv, but he's telling you. I believe him. So look what it says here. Abu Musa al-Shari forgot entire long
Al-Ash'ari
forgot entire long chapters. He admitted that he and other companions had completely forgotten entire chapters that were similar in length to chapter 9, which is a super long chapter. Only fragments remained in their memory.
Okay, what's that trying to do? What's your point with this?
Bro, what? Are you not tracking? Are you not tracking?
They're human. They forget. What's that supposed to do?
Yeah, but this
They
is
lost it completely. It's gone.
Those are
Right, it's
Allah's
gone. It's
words.
not
What
in
do
the
you mean,
Quran,
they
correct?
forgot?
It doesn't say it's not in the Quran. He said he forgot.
So is the surah is it double the size of Baqarah right now? Because there's no other surah that's as long as Baqarah, right?
Right.
Al-Baqarah is the longest surah.
Exactly. That's what we're saying.
It doesn't, bro. Are you right? Read what it says again. Read what it says again. Read what it says.
Look what it says. Look, he's saying Abu Musa forgot entire long surahs. He admitted
The entire. He forgot the entire surah.
Listen. He admitted that he and other companions had forgotten entire surahs that were similar in length to Baqarah.
Okay.
So are there other chapters right now in the Quran that are similar in length to Baqarah?
Of course.
No,
of course.
not.
There is.
Which one?
Let me show you.
So Jose, I wanted to tell you about the Aruf. I think Muhammad made the Arufs up.
He did.
Because there's things in Islam you could lie for 3 things. And one of those things that you could lie for is to make sure that your companions or your friends are not fighting. So the revelation of the Aruf is that 2 of his companions were fighting. And then all of a sudden,
that's a good one.
So
they were fighting. So Muhammad could lie in that case. Oh my God.
Yeah.
That is true. It says there's 3 cases where you can lie: in time of war, in order to make peace, and you can lie to your wife.
So that's why he made the Aruf things up.
Yeah, because it says that who was it? Who was it, guys? It was.
There's many surahs, bro. What are you talking about? Many surahs.
No, but it was somebody with an H, right?
Surah Al-Ashura is
anyway,
200.
But it says that one companion heard another companion reciting Al-Furqan differently than him, and he says that he was about to grab him by the neck during his prayer, but he waited until he finished his prayer, and then he grabbed him by the neck and dragged him.
That's crazy.
Right? And then Muhammad said, no, brother, don't worry. Both of them were revealed. So he could have been lying in that case to make peace between the 2 companions. Oh, my.
Yep.
Sounds plausible.
Wait. Why would you come up with that conclusion?
Sounds plausible because in the hadith, it says there's 3 cases where you're allowed to lie, and one of them is to make peace between people.
One of them is to make peace between people.
And so if those 2 companions were fighting about the differentiation in the Quran,
they weren't fighting. The guy just held him.
He grabbed him by the throat and dragged him to Muhammad.
He said, "Let me unalive him." He said, "Let me unalive him. Let me unalive him."
Listen. Fighting. Okay, you do realize fighting has to be It's a 2-man thing. It's a 2-man thing. It's not one person. It has to be a 2-man thing. So because the guy,
it was a 1-man thing.
Because let me land. Because the guy grabbed him by his throat and dragged him to the Prophet. That means that's your conclusion.
What reason? What did he ask? What did he ask to Muhammad? What did he say to him?
It's not about that though. It's not about that. I could
It
take
isn't
you.
about that. Why are you
I
running
could
from
take
it?
you. I could take you to
Why are you
someone. I
running
could
from
take you
that?
to someone, and I say, let me unalive you. Does that mean
Why
I'm
did he
fighting?
ask? Why
Come
did he
on, brother,
ask
man.
that? Why did he ask that?
Because he wanted to unalive him. He wanted to unalive him.
For what reason? For what reason? What did he do that was so bad?
He read a different.
Corrupting the Quran. Corrupting the Quran.
He read a different
Thank you
verse.
very
Yes. Yeah, basically that's what he thought.
No.
Yeah, that's what he thought. I'm not gonna lie. That's what he
one.
thought. That's what he
Guys, I'm
basically thought. Yeah,
I'm
that's
gonna
what he
wrap
thought.
it here, guys. I'm gonna wrap it here. Citizen, thank you. Ghost, thank you. Aziza, thank you. Berserk, thank you.
God
Livius,
bless.
thank you. God bless you guys.
Okay, please tell them man worshipping.
We're gonna go. We're gonna go ahead and wrap it here. This is part 1 of the Quran is definitely not preserved. I think we made our case pretty obvious. The Quran was definitely not preserved, guys. I mean, it's obvious. People were fighting each other over and over. It had to get standardized and re-standardized several different times. And no matter how hard they tried, they could just not keep it together. All right, and so today we went over a lot of the arguments. We didn't get to go through all the types of abrogation and forgetting that's allowed by the Quran, right? The Quran says if you forget a verse, we'll just replace it with a new one and a better one. The Islamic narrative allows for abrogation of the text, but not the ruling. Abrogation of the ruling, but not the text. Abrogation of the text and the ruling, right? It's just so much nonsense that they have to come up with, right? Then you get, finally, Abu Bakr makes a standard copy, the official, the official Quran that gets revealed, the official Quran that gets compiled, by Abu Bakr. And then the next caliph comes along and some dude in his party deletes that copy for no reason, apparently, because people just delete things, right, guys? Now let's compare that to the Bible. Do the Bible have the same situation? That's what I find very interesting. When you look at the Bible, on the other hand, the Bible keeps all the copies, right? And can you find some differences? Yeah, you can find some difference, but it's like 90. The scholars say it's like 90 to 99% accurate. So, like, think about how bad the Quran had to be that they were like, no, we got to get rid of our copies. You get what I'm saying? So there's really no comparison. Right? There's no comparison. So anyway, that's gonna do it for us today, guys. If you were watching today on TikTok and you want to rewatch this episode, you can go over to Scary Hours Podcast on YouTube. And if you're watching on YouTube and next time you think you want to join the conversation because you think you're going to refute me with your powerful dawah, come over to TikTok on the account Scary Hours Podcast Live. All right, so if you're not currently following me, give me a follow, guys, so that we can, keep doing big things. And that's it. We'll catch you on the next one. YouTube, it looks like we bored the hell out of you today because there's only 3 people watching for some reason. But we had a really good episode. A lot of educational things were discussed. So rewatch it if you want. This, YouTube usually takes like about 12 to 24 hours to upload this live recording onto YouTube. So look for it tomorrow around this time. And it should be there if you want to rewatch it. God bless the 7 Legend. God bless Jason. God bless everybody else in here. Highly Classified, Zara Khan, etc., etc. All right, guys. Peace.